It's that time again for another not-so-normal gaming podcast, featuring your hosts, MrTechnoSqueek.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Nostalgic Dan 1.
Everything I feel is in this sword. Good.
Come on!
And Quick Freeze 4.
Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys.
This is a podcast you want to listen to, but first, you gotta press start.
Okay.
Up like this forever.
Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode
That
of
was a
the
horrible
podcast. No, it was not.
That was horrible.
You just you broke my heart.
You didn't even have the heart of the cards.
I did have the heart of the card because
really?
guess what?
Yeah, Blue Eyes White Karibo.
You're screwing me up.
Or helping.
No,
That was perfect.
there's no opening this episode.
That was the opening though. So that's
Yeah,
best
it was.
quality. Only the best quality.
I kind of like that opening. You know, you should do it again, like, every episode. It was great.
All right.
Is that the end of it? Just alright?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty much.
You're not going to introduce us at all?
Nope.
Okay, well, fine.
What a jerk.
I know, he is a jerk.
Give you
Well,
one job.
everyone already knows us. I say it all the
How do you
freaking
know?
time.
I have...
Hey, here's Dan and Cliva. And
Who
then
the hell-
most time is I miss myself. Like, oh,
Oh, don't miss yourself. I don't miss you.
Who the hell is Cliva?
Yeah.
I don't.
Who is this techno guy? Does he like techno music or something?
No, he likes that purple fox
really.
thing.
It's not a fox.
Then explain to our listeners what exactly it is.
Okay. In America, he is called Knack the Weasel. In Japan, he is called Fang the Sniper.
And what is he from?
Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
And he wears a hat. Don't forget about that. And no clothes besides the hat. And some gloves.
Well, he does wear a belt. I'm just letting you know.
That's all you need.
Really? So you can just walk around naked, all you need is a hat, belt, and gloves, and you're good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He ain't naked. He has fur.
Touche.
I wouldn't really consider that clothing, but alright. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode. This is episode 78. I am one of your co-hosts, Clever, Quick Freeze 4.
I know
Dan!
that
I know,
Love that
he's an alright guy. He's
It's pretty cool.
kind of
Pretty
weird,
cool.
but he's cool. And we have Dan, Nostalgic Dan. How are you, Dan?
I know that guy too. And he's doing
Okay.
pretty swell.
He's pretty
Pretty
swell.
swell.
And we did have another guy, but we fired him because he's talking
He was
about some weird purple
stealing
fox.
office supplies
Damn
and stuff
it.
like that.
He took my stapler, dude.
Yeah, what a dick.
Yep, that's him, sighing in the background. So, guys, how are you?
Okay.
Eh.
I guess.
That's all. Really? Why is it just okay?
I don't know. It's Friday.
I know. Usually Fridays mean like, yay, it's
Everything.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Gotta get that on Friday.
Yeah, but Monday's just on its way.
You can't
So-
think like that. You gotta think in the now. And right now it's Friday. Come on.
So your Friday is ruined because you keep thinking Monday is right around the corner.
That sucks to be
Yep.
you. I guess
I
you
know,
do it, like
right?
every Friday.
Basically, every weekend you ever live sucks because Monday is right around the corner.
Pretty much.
So by that logic, your Wednesdays are awesome because Friday is right around the corner.
Yep. See
All
what
right.
I did there?
No, you see what I did
Boom.
there? I had to explain it.
Well, yeah, but see, I don't explain shit.
I know. Well, that's why I had to.
There you go.
Dan, how's your Friday?
However, Everyone knows.
It's pretty cool because it's Friday.
Yay,
It'll
Friday!
be Saturdays tomorrow, which is pretty cool too.
I know. Can't wait for Saturday tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh, sucks to be you. Wish it was Monday then, huh?
I'd have to work then, too.
Can't all be perfect.
I know.
So, how's it going, guys? How's those video games and stuff? You know?
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
A lot of news been happening too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Please, I want to hear more.
Well,
So much more.
Pokemon happened.
Oh,
Pokemon
God.
Direct.
Yes.
You guys watch it?
No.
No.
What? Seriously? What?
Wrong.
Alright, good. Well, they announced Bulbasaur and Squirtle, but not that stupid
Whoa,
Charmander guy.
whoa!
Bullshit.
They announced.
What?
I'm not buying the game anymore.
They announced Charizard
How do you know? You just said you didn't watch it.
because I watched the last of it.
So you just lied to me.
Yeah, I
You-
did.
You fucking bastard.
It's okay, everyone. No need to panic. It's confirmed Charmander's in the game. We can all
You know
buy
what?
the game now, so it's official.
Charmander's not all that great.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
Dude, he dies by a squirt gun.
Yeah, it's
No,
so
he
sad.
doesn't.
Think about how so sad that is.
So
Did you watch that goddamn episode? Like, move people
Yes.
to tears. It's like, don't let him die, please.
I have that episode on my DVR.
Good. Never delete it. Never.
But yeah, they announced Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and that other thing that we don't want to talk about. And yeah, you get 2 stars in X and Y. How awesome is that?
Oh, really? I didn't know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you get the original Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander from the original Blue and Red games. And you get them from like a friend within the game, and then you get another starter from the professor in the game. So you actually get to start with 2 Pokemon. And they kind of did something like similar to that in which one? I think it was White. That you get your star from the professor, and then I think a little down the ways, after you beat the first gym leader, you get like another starter. You know, one of the, I think it's like Sand Sage, Sand Sire, and Sand Pour. You know, those like the fire grass and water monkeys.
I
Did you guys
have
play-
no idea.
No,
Alright.
I gave up after Sapphire. So I'm
Oh, you
lost.
guys suck, dude.
I gave up after Silver.
You guys suck. But yeah, you get 2 stars now in X and Y, and I can't wait. This is going to be so pumped. And with Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander being in the game, obviously you get Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur, and they get Mega Evolutions. So we got 3 new Mega
Yes.
Evolutions for this game.
All the
So-
Mega.
Oh yeah.
Mega Charizard. It's going to be amazing. Can't
Yep.
wait to have that. Mega Magikarp.
That'd be sick if they had a Mega Magikarp. Seriously.
It's a big
Like
ass
more-
Magikarp.
More powerful than Gyarados.
That'd be great. I'd want that.
But yeah, they I don't know, they announced quite a bit at the Pokemon Direct. The other thing they announced was Pokemon Bank, which is kind of this online cloud system where they give you 100 boxes which hold 30 Pokemon, and if you multiply that times, you get 3,000 Pokemon that you guys can store in your the Pokemon Bank, the online cloud system. But they announced it's going to be an annual fee. And they haven't announced, but they haven't announced the price in America yet. But they did in Japan, and it's going to be 500 yen in Japan, and roughly that's about $5, you know, in America. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Honestly, like, what do you guys think about that? Like, an annual fee?
People are
I
going to
don't
pay,
like
pay
it.
for it. It's just, I don't know. Is there that many Pokemon in the game where I need a bank? It's like, I have no idea how many Pokemon are going to be in the game.
Well,
Because there's multiple generations, right, for like X and Y. Because obviously you got some of the early generation, but then obviously the newer stuff.
Yeah, well, in Black and White and Black and White 2, there was about 600, 650, and now with
Damn!
X and Y, I assume they're going to add like at least 100, 150 more, so that's about 800 of them.
Jesus,
So-
what happened to the catching 151?
I know, remember when like 151 was like a lot you can get?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, 150? I'll never be able to do that. It's like now, like, well, I'm
Yeah,
screwed.
now,
I can't catch them all now, Jesus. I can't keep up.
I know, now there's like,
Ruined.
now there's like 700 to 800 Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all, but I can't.
Yeah. That reminds me.
What?
They're actually doing an anime
Oh,
from
yeah, that's
the
right.
manga. From the manga, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
It's going to be awesome, because Red is better than Ash.
Totally. Totally better than Ash. What do you think that's going to be, Techno? Do you think that's going to be a series or like just a movie?
I think it'd be a series.
I think so too, because I don't think you could fit all that in a movie.
But it could come out here in America, but I just couldn't think of anyone that would be a good voice for Red.
Nolan North. That guy voices everything.
I don't know. I hope it comes out in America. Especially, I hope it's like at least like a 13 episode series. I think they can do that where he goes around, catches the 8 badges, defeats the Elite Four, and becomes the champ. I think that'll be enough. No way they can do it in a movie, but
Yeah. Yeah. Pierre Colin. Optimus Prime voices Red.
I don't know if I'll go for that. Could you imagine just like Pokemon roll out?
Yep.
But yeah, the Pokemon Bank, they're announcing that. It's kind of cool. At first, I didn't like it at all, but then they announced the annual fee, and then I really didn't like it because, I don't know, I don't like storing things on cloud systems. I don't trust them.
Do you think they're just testing the waters in Japan since they haven't announced the price for over here?
Maybe, but I don't know. How could you test the waters? The game releases,
It's around the same time, isn't it?
no, worldwide
Oh.
on the same day.
Yeah. So
Oh, really? Hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know how they can test the waters. I don't know, but like $5 yearly is not that bad. But
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. I
Oh,
just-
yearly?
well, yeah, it's annually.
Oh, it's not monthly.
No, it's annually. So it's
Okay, okay, I can kind of see that now. But
Yeah, I don't-
still $5, like still money. Like Nintendo is finally like trying to get some of that extra cash that EA and fucking Activision's been getting. That's kind of weird.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't really like the idea of paying for an online system just to store your Pokemon. It's just, but like I can kind of understand it because if they're gonna have 3,000 slots to put Pokemon in for every single person, worldwide, that shit costs money. So I could kind of understand why they charge people for that. Because they got to keep the servers up, they got to keep technical problems not happening. I can understand why they do that. It's just, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it.
I'm fine because I just want the original 151.
That's all you. That's
Just
all you
one
guys.
spot for Charmander. I'm gonna do a whole run of the game with Charmander. Not even let him evolve. Like, what's that stone that like forces him from not
Yeah.
evolving?
Oh,
Everstone.
Yeah, that. I'm just gonna keep giving him Everstone. So like, no, you're gonna be a level 100 Charmander.
You should make it your goal to catch 3,000 Charmanders.
Be Behold my army of Charmanders.
Your arm. You know what you should do is do that and then give them the Squirrel Squad glasses.
It's a Charmander squad.
Charmander Squad. Like call them the Charmander Crusaders or something.
Oh, that'd be great. That's brilliant. See, now I want that service. So I like Charmanders.
The Charmander Crusaders.
Perfect.
Oh my god, that's gonna be awesome. But yeah, the last thing they announced in that Pokemon Direct though is they announced the blue and red Pokemon 3DS XL, and I don't know, did you guys see those things? They look kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
You should Google it.
Google. What is it? Pokemon 3DS XL?
Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah,
X and Y. Excellent.
There's a blue and a red one, and the only thing like I was kind of surprised the game is not pre-installed on the system, because the system actually comes out September 27th, and the game comes out October 12th. I just thought like maybe the game would be pre-installed on there, like the Animal Crossing bundle, and like wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, Nintendo is like the first people to be doing this, where with like Wind Waker HD will be digital, that the whole bundle,
it's
the
a digital
Wii
copy,
U,
right?
yeah, and the physical copy doesn't release till much later than the bundle.
Yeah, I found that interesting because I wonder if they're going to get people who are like die-hard willing to play that game early just to, buy that bundle, get it early. But
So if you buy the Zelda Wii U bundle, there's no physical copy of the game, it's just...
No,
Yeah.
it's just a download code.
Oh, wow, okay, thanks for telling me that, because I would have totally bought that bundle and I would have been pissed.
Yeah, I thought it was physical for a long time until they announced that.
Oh, screw that, I'll buy a normal Wii U and I'll buy the game, a physical copy separately. I definitely want a physical copy. Good thing you told me that, because like, I've been checking Amazon, Best Buy, Target for that bundle, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get the Zelda bundle, but dude, if it's just a digital copy of that game, I don't want it now.
Yeah. And on a side note, did you guys see like that Zelda Wind Waker HD limited edition with like the Ganondorf statue?
Yep.
It's been announced and apparently like sold out everywhere. It's like really hard to find now. Like even for a pre-order. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think is it a GameStop exclusive or no?
I don't think so. I thought it was available from some other places, but it might be. I don't know. Anyone? No.
The only reason I'm asking is because a friend of mine who's a huge Zelda fan, but he hates GameStop, he forced himself to go into GameStop to pre-order that. So that's why I'm asking.
I might check that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd love to have that statue though, because I love that look of Ganon. I love how he looks in Wind Waker.
Really? I think I preferred him in Ocarina of Time.
Well, I guess I should say it was a good look for that style.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I can see that.
Yeah, it seems like the limited edition is a GameStop exclusive because apparently, like I said, they sold out, and then if you want to get one now, it's like $150 now on eBay or something.
What was it normally?
Oh, it might have been like 80 around there.
Oh, wow, that's not bad. That's not
80,
bad.
Maybe 100 max, but I can't imagine more than that.
I bet you that statue, though, they don't have those, at GameStop. They make you put in they give you your receipt, and there's a code on the bottom of the receipt to go to the specific website or whatever, to put it in so you can get your statue, because that's how they did with the Splatterhouse.
Yep.
I pre-ordered it, and I was like, oh, I need my statue, and I was kind of pissed, and he's like, oh, it's right here. I was like, oh, awesome. So,
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, the price actually wasn't that bad. I mean, I could see why it sold out. It was $60, which is like
Really?
Yeah.
So
Which is why it sold out. So it says like if you're interested in this limited edition and you haven't pre-ordered it yet, you'll need to call your individual GameStop locations in your areas to confirm whether or not they will have stock of this edition. The game releases on October 4th. So yeah. Man, for 60, yeah, it's like if you're gonna buy the game, I can see why a lot of people jumped on that for like the same price essentially. But it sounds like maybe like that thing like you were mentioning, Techno, where the statue's not actually in it. Like you have to order that later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're interested, if you're like super interested, it sounds like you might just want to keep in touch with GameStop, call them, and see if they hopefully get some more in stock. Yeah, that's interesting. So, any other news?
Would you guys see the 2DS?
Oh yes, guys, I already have one. Look,
No, you
let me
don't.
get my 3DS so I can turn the slider down. 3DS, I can't believe it. Oh, mind blown.
I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys think of that thing?
I think it's stupid and ingenious at the same time. Like, it's this weird thing where, like, it seems so stupid and kind of is stupid, but there's an audience for it. It's a weird thing, like, it's gonna sell. Like, it's definitely, they're marketing it towards a younger audience, you know, kids, because they said, you know, the 3D, not to be used with kids younger than, like, 7, I think it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, like, at the same time, I kind of thought the whole time they should have just added, like, a parental control on there. Like, if someone did buy, like, a regular 3DS just to be able to kind of lock that option of whether you can turn the 3D on or off, they could have done that, but geared towards, like, a younger audience, the shape of it kind of looks like, you know, like, kid-friendly kind of thing. It's really big and all that. But,
Dude, the shape of it looks like something if you wanted to, like, stop a door.
it does like a little stop wedge.
Yeah, like a little wedge.
Or I think they showed, like, pictures of it, like, on like, an axe handle. Like, it's, like, the shape of an axe.
Yeah.
Oh my! I've seen those pictures.
With, like, the villager from Africa.
Yeah. Yep.
They're pretty funny images. Definitely check those out. But yeah, it's this weird thing. Like, it's like I obviously don't need one. I have a 3DS. But for people who don't have a 3DS and don't care about the 3D, because let's face it, there's a lot of people who don't care about the 3D, and I'm one of those. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I like almost never play my games in 3D anymore. It was like this novel thing for a while, and then it became this thing where I'll get a new 3DS game, I'll check out the 3D for a little bit, I'm like, okay, that's cool, and then just play it on 2D for the rest of the time.
No, dude, I'm totally with you. I don't play with 3D. Like, if I get a new game, I turn on 3D for, like, maybe a half hour, and then I shut it off, because the 3D drains your battery. I'm like, dude, I'd rather play longer than look at the 3D effect.
Yeah.
So.
It's kind of a gimmick. Like, I've yet to play a 3DS game where I felt like the 3D actually added something to the game. Like, it's just this novelty kind of thing. And so a lot of people don't care about that, so if they don't care about that and been wanting to play 3DS games, this is like an option for them, because it's like the cheapest option out there, because it's only going to cost $129.99, and I believe it's coming out in October, North America on October 12th.
Which is the same day as Pokemon X and Y.
Yeah, it's so great. Oh, perfect, even better for kids, so yeah. I mean, kids and people who've been wanting a 3DS but never cared about the 3D, or wanted to get something to play at 3DS games for like a cheap price, it's probably going to sell for them. I mean, it seems like this weird idea, but I know it's going to do well. And it comes in 2 colors, I believe, right now, like black and red and black and blue. This is one of those things, I saw pictures of it, people were talking about it, and I was like, is that a real thing? Like, for the first time, like, I didn't believe it for a long time. I was like,
yeah, neither did I.
Like, that's actually a real thing. That's interesting. Yeah. I'm good. I got my 3DS and a 2DS, so I'm good to go.
Yeah. I've been thinking about getting the a 3DS XL like soon. I don't know why. I really kind of want one though.
Yeah, I would get one, but I'm saving up for PS Vita. Because I need to get that, because, oh my god. Oh, that's another news article. I don't know if anyone's going to talk about that. Ease Salsetta has made
Oh,
for a
yep,
silver
yep.
edition. Oh my god, guys. It's
Wait a minute. Say that again. Techno was yapping.
Yeah, Techno's too, like, hold it in, man. But yeah, so East Salsetta, which is a remake of the 4V's game, which is coming to the was announced to be coming to the PS Vita by Xseed Games. They've announced a limited edition essentially for it. It's called the Silver Anniversary Edition. It's going to cost $60. You get a cloth map, a compass, a like strategy guide that's also an art book, and I forget the rest of it. Do you know, Techno? Is there a soundtrack CD?
Three CDs.
3-disc soundtrack CD
Oh,
with a
nice.
majority of Ease music. So yes, they're dubbing this like the kind of, must own for Ease owners. It's really comprehensive.
I have that on my like Amazon wish list. Now I might fucking just order it right now. Shit.
I think it's on Amazon too. It's $60. So yeah,
I already pre-ordered mine.
That's
And
dedication.
I don't even have a Vita.
I know, that's like dedication right there. You don't even have a Vita. Yeah, I got it right here, pre-order. I got the standard edition on my wish list.
Yeah, so that's really, really cool. I mean, that's why I want to get a PS Vita, because it's like Xseed is doing the same thing that they did with the PSP, all those glorious sets for all three of the Ys games, Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, Lunar, Silver Star Harmony. I mean, they killed it with the limited edition box sets on there. They're super gorgeous, super shiny. They're so awesome. So it's like they're continuing that because they already kind of did that with a game called Ragnarok Odyssey with the Mercenary Edition, and now this. So this is really sweet. I'm probably, even if I don't get a Vita in time, I'm still going to probably wind up pre-ordering it.
Didn't you finally get E7?
No, I had E7. The one I was missing was recently I got Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles, the premium.
Oh.
I was missing that for a long time because that's actually become the hardest one out of the sets to find. Like
Oh, really?
I think the order goes like Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles, Ys 7, and then Ys Open Fagana in that order to like find them for decent prices. But yeah, it took me forever, and I found it for like a decent price, like regular average price basically, we'll say, and it was in good condition. So that's why I held off on buying that game for so long, because I was waiting until I could get the premium edition. But yeah, now I own all three of them, along with the Trails in the Sky set, and man, I have a lot of PSP stuff: the Hakuoki limited edition, Fate Extra limited edition, Mimana IR Chronicles, Persona 2 with the soundtrack CD, which is pretty hard to find, and Lunar, but kind of, sort of. But yeah.
Yep, all done. I just pre-ordered the Ease Memory game.
Yeah.
The silver one.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's a 3 CD collection, music spanning the history of the franchise, cloth map detailing the lands of Salsetta, logo emblazoned compass, Adol's travel journal containing adventuring strategies and artwork, all with an exclusive commemorative package. So, I can't wait to.
That's what got it for me right there, is the 3-disc soundtrack.
Yeah, and knowing Xseed, like, they killed it with the PSP ones. Like, they were great soundtracks. Like, if I remember correctly, none of them were, like, less than, like, 20 tracks. They were, like, all around, like, almost 30 tracks. So they did them really well. So I can only imagine 3 CDs. They're going to kill it. That's awesome. Super awesome. So, Ys fans, be on the lookout for that. And I guess to promote Xseed further, they also got some other interesting games coming out for the Vita, like Valhalla Knights 3, and I believe something else, but I forgot. Yeah, but yeah, definitely, I can't wait to get Vita. It's this weird thing, like all of a sudden the companies I loved who were like spoiling the PSP and all that, they're all shifting their focus towards the PS Vita now. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
get one. It's like, so yeah, I'll probably try and get that soon. At the least, I'll probably buy it as a Christmas present for myself. So yeah.
Yeah,
November 2 for Ys Salsetta.
I'll probably get a Vita during Black Friday.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea too, bro.
Yeah.
Gonna hate going out on Black Friday, but I might have to do that. Yeah. Good stuff. Any other news?
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah.
So, next Dynasty. I cannot.
Dynasty.
I always screw that up. Next Dynasty Warriors Gundam announced for the PS3 and PS Vita. Oh yeah, Shin Gundam Muso. I'm gonna say that.
No.
That's probably it's Musou.
Close enough.
Yeah. The fourth entry in Namco Bandai's Dynasty Warriors Gundam series will make its Japanese debut on December 19th. So, more Gundam love. Thank you, Namco.
So Gundams are those robots, right? I'm kidding.
Oh my, we're not getting into this again.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I had to.
They're mechs.
Yeah, okay, I know. They're
They're
cyborgs, I got
mobile
it.
Suits.
Cyborgs, I get it. Continue.
Whatever. So,
I always thought they were like androids or something.
no, they're suits. They're mobile suits.
Can I wear one? I want to wear one.
Okay.
They had mobile suits in Lost Planet.
Did they?
They were called Vital suits.
Oh,
They were
why?
sweet. It was so awesome, like, fighting in those suits. They were, because you got into these epic battles and stuff like that. Oh, it was really awesome. I think Lost Planet's an underrated game. I recommend checking it out if you haven't. It's not
Did
the
you play
greatest game in the world, but it's fun and different.
Did you play the third one?
No.
No.
And, like, it's like one of those things where, like, I liked the first one, and then, like, as it went on, it felt like it kind of lost some of the charm. I was like, it's starting to get a little too commercial and mainstream, if that makes any sense. Like, it feels like they're becoming a little too polished with it. Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
well.
wow.
I played the demo of the first one,
I
and
played-
I liked it.
I played the hell out of the online. It was like one of those weird games where, like, because it was one of the first games I bought with my 360. It was Lost Planet and a really awesome racing game called Grid, the original Grid, and that was a great game. But I remember playing it because, like, I got Xbox Live Gold for the first time. I was like, oh, I'll play it, check out the online. And the online is, like, so broken, but it was, like, still fun to play. One of those kind of things. Because it was, like, you would do Acrid Hunter, and it was, like, the monsters in the game versus, like, like, it was, like, 4 monsters against, like, 8 human players, and you could get into, like, the vital suits and try and team up and kill these monsters, or you could be on the monster side and have all these cool abilities. Even though the monsters were kind of OP, like, it was one of those things where if you're on the human side, you're like, oh my god, we already lost. It's like you knew already. But it was fun.
Yeah.
Some of those monsters were really hard to control. Yeah, good stuff.
Well,
Well,
Hotline Miami 2 sexual assault scene is under revision.
yeah, I saw that.
The demo for Hotline Miami 2 used to open with a pig butcher, a beefy, violent man straddling a terrified woman and dropping his trousers, and then a director called cut, and the actors dispersed. So, yeah, the almost rape scene isn't in the demo anymore, following negative reactions from early players. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where they're probably trying to flex their creative and artistic values, emphasizing with, like, the fact that they use cut, makes it like it's not actually happening, but at the same time it's still a really sensitive subject that really kind of doesn't belong in a game like that. Even though, like, Hotline Miami is super vulgar and just so, that's the definition of that game. It's so fucking vulgar and, like, obscene and adrenaline rush the game. It's ridiculous, but There's a certain threshold that you don't cross, and I think they figured that out.
Yeah. I love the first one.
Oh my god, first one's... The game, I already knew I was going to love the game, but it's just like, I didn't know how good it was. It's
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah! I bought you that, didn't I?
Yeah, thanks, Techno. But yeah, he did gift me. It was like random. It was like random at night. I'm like, I got like a Steam pop-up. I was like, what? I got a gift. I was like, oh shit, it's Hotline Miami. It was one of those things where like, I'm a big indie game guy, right? So Hotline Miami is questionably one of the most successful indie games in the past couple of years. It's indie developed at its core, and it's one of those things that I was super excited about. Like, I already knew about the game, like, way before it came out. I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to play this game. And then the game started to get hyped and all that, and it was like, I kind of forgot about it for a while kind of thing. And then it's one of those things where it gets so hyped and everyone's talking about it that you don't kind of want to play it, if that makes any sense. You know, like, it kind of kills your vibe for a little bit. So that was what kind of happened with me. It was like, oh, everyone's talking about it, I'll wait or something. And then it's been on like multiple Steam sales. I'm like, oh, I should pick it up. And it's like I never wound up picking it up. Now is a good time to play it since Hotline Miami 2 is coming out pretty soon. And yeah, I'll talk about it more once we get into games we've been playing recently, what I really thought about it, but it's a damn good game. Any other news?
Yeah, I got one small one. One more. So, NG Dev Team, otherwise known for like making Neo Geo and Dreamcast games, they made the game Gunlord, which is kind of like a
Turrican, mix of like
Turrican,
Metroid kind of stuff. It's like a mix of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and I really want to play this game. I really want to get it for my Dreamcast. But I could also get it on the 3DS and Wii U. Or Wii U. I don't know where that
like
would
Wii
go.
U or something. Like what?
Wii U. Yeah. Well, Wii U. And the reason why is they hit their funding with on their Indiegogo page, and so yeah, seeking 40,000 Europe pounds. Is it pounds now? I don't know. I don't.
Pound sterling.
Pounds.
Pound sterling.
That's $52,616 in here in America by October 6th. That's crazy. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially
play it great. Yeah, on the 3DS
yeah, I was
too.
thinking I was like, it should look pretty good on 3DS, even though I don't play with the 3D on, but I'll check it out.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
pretty cool then.
I bet it would have looked amazing on the Vita with that screen. Oh,
Yeah, the Vita
that's
is an
the
incredible screen.
number one reason why I want this damn thing.
Yeah, I've heard the screen's just like incredible quality. It's that OLED, and it's supposed to be super bright, colorful, super clear. So yeah. That's cool.
So,
that's a better way for people to play that game than if they don't have a Dreamcast, which some people
or
don't.
a Neo Geo.
Or a lot of people don't have a Neo Geo, like
Yeah.
me, because they're super expensive. But yeah, that's cool. Maybe some of their other games, like Fast Striker and Neo Zexix.
Yep.
Possibly, but no, that's cool for now. Did it say like a date on when that's going to come out, or just later on?
It, launch on both the Wii U and 3DS eShops in 2014 in North America, Europe, Australia, and Canada.
There you go. Sometime next year.
Yeah.
You guys see the Xbox One got a release date?
I have.
I don't
November
even remember.
November 22nd.
Yay.
Yay! Still not getting one.
I know.
It'll be a long ass time before I get one.
Yeah. Microsoft just they dropped the ball. It's like they try to fix it and they have fixed it, but it's like the hardcore gamers still have like a stigma towards it. It's like we haven't forgotten still. Like the casual market, they're probably like all about it, or the people who don't know like what happened with the Xbox One. But
Yeah,
then,
but
like,
I
hardcore
don't
stuff.
think anyone doesn't know.
No,
Because
like those like moms and stuff like that just think it's like another Xbox or something. Parents. Younger kids sometimes too, because
well,
younger kids
yeah,
don't
okay,
always have
maybe
access to the
younger
internet.
kids, but like 12-year-old and up.
God, 12-year-olds
No.
do not have access to the internet.
Well,
I did not have access to the internet
I
until I was
did.
like 17, 18.
Yeah,
I had a crappy laptop.
I didn't have access to the internet until I was like 18, 19.
Yeah, I had to figure out like hard-ass puzzles in my games and shit by just spending hours on them. No game
I
packs
did.
here, looking it up.
I did, except for it was fucking dial up.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that's how I
Ugh.
expect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're ready for that Xbox One, get on that. What's the PS4 release date again?
I think
forgot.
it was like December something.
Hmm.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll look it up right now.
So how about that X-Bone? That's what I dub it. That's what a lot of people dub it. They call it the X-Bone.
Yeah.
It kind of goes together. Like it meshes together nicely. The X-Bone.
Still.
Yeah, the damage has been done, as they said. Like, I'll own all the consoles, of course, because I'm a sucker, and there's going to be a game exclusive that's like, oh, here you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, I gotta get that.
Killer Instinct still the only game I care about, because every other game that, except for like the Kinect games,
Oh, come on, man.
are
Connect the
coming.
most 2. Connect the most 2 all day. It's the best game.
Whatever.
It's the best exclusive. And your
No.
Shape Fitness Evolved 4.
Whatever. But every other game, pretty much every other game, is coming to PC. So, I don't need to get an Xbox One.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing, if people have like incredible PCs, like you don't really have to worry too much about next gen, because you're like good
Because, like, the other the other game that is really, like, I'm really wanting, I guess, would be Titanfall. And I know that's coming to PC. And I've heard through forums that it might be coming to PS4 as well.
maybe.
And it might just be a time exclusive for Microsoft.
They do that a lot.
Yeah.
They do that a lot with the Call of Duty map packs. It's like, oh, we get your map pack here first, only on Xbox Live for like a month, and then it comes out on the PS3.
Yeah.
They do that a lot with like timed DLC exclusivity.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like an Xbox One game that I want. I don't know if it's Suda, but like the D game, D
Oh.
or whatever. That's
Destiny?
No, it's called D4.
No,
it's by
D.
Suda51. It's like batshit crazy. The trailer took place on like a train or something the whole time.
No, it was an airplane, I think.
Oh yeah, airplane or whatever. But
Now, I'm not for sure, but is that the same, like, from the D
other
series?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because like the first time I saw that, I was like, is this a sequel to like D that was like on the 3DO and stuff like that? It's like that kind of game. It's like, or I think it was also like, I think there's one on the Dreamcast. Like it might have been a
D2.
sequel. Yeah. So I was thinking, I was like, is this a sequel to that?
Because, see, it goes, I think, D, or Enemy Zero, D2, and I don't know where D3 went, or whatever it's called. So,
I don't know, but I like Suda51. Makes some interesting games to say the least.
which Killer is Dead came out.
And it's not actually made by Suda51. How ironic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was super excited about the game, and then I started to hear, like, oh, it's only made by Grasshopper Manufacturers. Suda51 and the credits actually had absolutely nothing to do with the game. That's why it's been kind of like mixed reviews with the critics, because they're saying it feels like a sloppy mesh of like all these other Suda51 games combined into one. He didn't do anything with the art direction or the game design or the story. It's nothing by him.
No.
And to me, like personally, it kind of looks like a sloppy version of
Killer
kind of
7?
Yeah, a sloppy version of Killer 7 mixed with like Lollipop Chainsaw. It looks like that. And it's like the hit detection looked really weird, and it just didn't look like a super responsive game. But I don't know. I'll probably wind up picking it up later on when it's cheaper. But yeah, I was a little sad to find out.
So the PS4 comes out November 15th, 1 week before the Xbox One.
Oh, that's great.
Didn't Halo 2 come out on November 15th?
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Dude, I didn't get an Xbox till Halo 3 came out, so I do not know.
I got the Xbox whenever it was like a year later than after the launch.
Well, you gotta remember too, those things are expensive as hell when they launch. Pro phone.
I don't even remember how much they were.
They were expensive. I remember being like blown away. It was like $600 or something.
But I remember some other news. If you don't know, Soul Calibur 2 is getting an HD release with online play. And if anyone remembers, PS2 version had Heihachi, or whatever his name is,
Yeah,
Tekken. Xbox had Spawn, and GameCube had Link. And what has been announced is Spawn is coming back, and there's still no game Wii U version. It's only been announced for PS3 and 360. So, in my guess, we won't be getting Link unless somehow Nintendo
throw him in there.
Yeah.
Let him be on the 360.
Yeah.
So Spawn's on both?
No, I think Spawn's if you
It's
get
just
the
the Xbox.
Yeah, if you get the Xbox version, Spawn's on that, and if you get the PS version,
gotcha.
Heihachi is on that.
But for the remake, is it like that?
No, it's both.
Yeah, that's
on
what I was
both.
asking. It was like I figured.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
Because see, Heihachi was already in the game whenever they announced it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Since, it's a Namco game.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
It's a Namco game that can put Yuri in Tales of Vesperia. Bandai Namco, come on. There's something I'd jump on board with. But yeah, I have Soul Calibur 2. I remember playing it a lot back in the day. I liked it.
Okay, so I looked this up. The original Xbox came out with a price tag of $300 and was released on November 15th in 2001.
Oh, it's probably a 360 I was thinking of, when it was like $600 when it came out.
Yeah, let's see, the Xbox 360 came out, the core system was $300, the premium 20 gig was $400, the 60 gig was, the premium 60 gig was $50 cheaper, which doesn't make any sense, but, yeah. Thank God we have Wikipedia.
Thank God it doesn't cost as much as a Panasonic 3DO when that came out. We could complain about prices all we want, but who thought it was a good idea to charge more than $1,000 for a system? Oh my God. Wow, that 3DO is something else. We thought Neo Geo was expensive. That 3DO cost like $1,000 at launch. It's ridiculous. Quality games. Quality. FMV all the way.
Well, it did have the best Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
And Road Rash was better on it.
Yeah, Road Rash. Yeah.
And Gex was, they're kind of pushing Gex as like their mascot for the system.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever heard of a game called Twisted? For
Yeah, the game
3DO?
show.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is my favorite 3DO game. I love that game.
Yeah. And it did get one Japanese RPG, which is, I still find it so weird. Like, the game was originally, came out on the Sega Saturn. I think it was called like Sword and Sorcery. And then it got ported to 3DO, which I don't know how they worked that out when it kind of felt like it could have been a game that was easily on the Sega Saturn, since the Sega Saturn had so many RPGs. But they got Lucian's Quest, which is a very, very expensive 3DO game, one of the most expensive ones. But it's still like the only RPG on that system.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to pick up a Sega Saturn copy of it. Yeah, it was weird. Thank God we don't have to pay $1,000 at launch for the system. It's ridiculous. Any other news, Techno?
Did you guys see that Point Blank Games is back on YouTube?
Yeah, so I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I know. I
Blank
freaked out. I was like, oh my God.
It's like, yeah, he's back. I miss him. I really miss him. No, man, it just makes me feel like YouTube has changed so much over the past years. It's like, I don't know, I don't find myself watching it as much as I used to, and I feel like so many people I used to love just, life happened. I guess you can say it's like I can't blame them. Life happens. I go on my breaks, God knows. I got college to blame for that, but, yeah. It's just very different. A lot has changed. But it's good to see him come back, and it's like, yeah. So definitely check. If you haven't checked out his channel, definitely do that. And let's subscribe to him. It's probably good. He's gonna be making more videos. I love when he talks about like YouTube politics and stuff like that too. It's usually he has an interesting point of view.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any other news?
Well, there's that Mighty Number 9 going around.
Oh, that's the best Mighty number.
No, you guys heard about this, the Mighty Number 9 Kickstarter. Dan, you actually fucking told me about it, but yeah, this thing is, everyone should know about this game right now. It's just been hitting YouTube, it's been hitting all the news, it's hitting Kickstarter, like, it's just everywhere. So, I'm gonna check, let me go to the Kickstarter page right now. I wanna see what it's up to. It's up to $1,770,000 with 24 days left. This thing might actually reach the $2.5 million for the console versions.
Also, if you read closely, there is no physical copy.
Yeah,
those are just boxes with the codes in them, just like DuckTales.
Yeah, that's how they do it now.
So if anyone is like, oh my God, I gotta get a physical copy, it's not a physical copy, it's just a box with the code in it.
Physical box and manual.
Physical box and manual.
No game. Just
But yeah, anyone who doesn't know what this is, Mighty Number 9 is Keiji Inafune's new project in the works, and he's basically creating a game very, very similar to Mega Man. The classic Mega Man, the side-scrolling, run-and-gun, shoot, destroy robot masters Mega Man. And this is actually, I don't know how to say it, it's like, kind of like a good sequel, good predecessor to Mega Man.
Spiritual successor.
Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Yeah, spiritual successor to Mega Man. I don't know. This is totally fucking awesome. I can't wait to play this game. Like I backed it. Did you guys back it at all?
No.
No.
The money.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't have the money, then yeah. But yeah, I can't wait for this. This is the game. I don't know. I'm a huge Mega Man fan, so I can't get over how cool this thing is, and I don't know how else to express my excitement for this game. So, but I was actually I was talking to Holly Dog Violence about this game, and you gotta imagine that Capcom is watching this Kickstarter.
That's what I said.
Is
It's. I thought they were gonna get sued or something because it looks like Mega Man, gameplay wise.
Well, no, not really, because we haven't seen any gameplay.
Yeah,
That's the thing. It's like they can't really sue just because like he changed the character enough to make it a whole new thing, and we haven't seen anything. And it said in the video too. It's like we're trying to add some revolutionary stuff here to kind of tweak it, so they can't really do much there.
Plus, you got to know if Capcom ever goes after Keiji Inafune to stop this project, Capcom is pretty much just
They're gonna look bad.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot. No one's gonna like Capcom if they ever do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially like since they pushed like Mega Man as like one of their top popular franchises.
Yeah,
to go after the creator, that doesn't make any sense.
Dude, if you go to the Capcom website right now, they list Mega Man as the third most popular franchise, but then they canceled 4 Mega Man games in the last 5 years. It's just like, really? That doesn't really make all that much sense, but yeah, if Capcom even like attempts to shut this thing down in any way because it resembles Mega Man, Capcom's gonna look bad. People are just gonna fucking hate Capcom more than they already do. It's just Capcom will be too stupid to do that. I don't know. But just think about it. Like this is money that Capcom should be getting. If Capcom made a Mega Man game, they could have this money that's going toward this Kickstarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, people have already raised $1.7 million for this Mighty Number 9. That's money that Capcom should be making if they make a brand new Mega Man game, And I know they can do it. They could do it like an HD version of, like, any of the old Mega Man games. Yeah, X. If they made like an HD version of Mega Man X, that'd be fucking fantastic. And I know they can do it because they just did it with DuckTales. So...
That's really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. Too bad it doesn't come out till like 2015, though.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Well, yeah.
It still looked like it was really in development from what they showed.
Yeah,
because there was still concept developing and sketching and stuff like that.
Yeah, like if you go to the Kickstarter, I'm at the Kickstarter page right now, and it's just like if you look at the backer, shit, what do they call it? Prizes.
No, backer,
like pledges, but it's his like estimated date, delivery date is like April 2015. So I assume that the game will be finished in like around that time. So
yeah,
but, like I said, I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. A return to the classics. Which Capcom didn't let him do, so he made his own company called Concept. And they made some really bizarre games, strangely, but it's cool to see them going back to the roots.
Yeah. I just can't get over it, though. I know Capcom is just watching this thing with, like...
No, yeah. They're gonna be like,
man.
God damn it.
Yeah, I could just imagine, like, one guy just sitting in front of a computer be like, shit! Another $100! Come on! Like, all pissed off and crap. I don't know. But yeah, they even got characters in here that look very similar to like Roll.
yeah.
Like Roll and Tango the Cat. There's even some that look like Professor Light, or Dr. Light, I mean. So, yeah. It's very similar to Mega Man, what can you say? But Capcom can't do shit on this game. They'll just make themselves look bad. But that's really all I have.
Well, I have one news article. And it's an interesting one. Do you guys like Tales of? You know?
I sure
Oh
do.
my God,
Well,
damn.
And the ironic thing is of what the name is, because it kind of sounds a little too close to another Tales of game, but it says, while Namco Bandai makes dozens of Tales of trademarks in Japan, they don't bother filing things in like Tales of favorite. In the West, usually, whatever trademark is registered in North America or Europe is a true Tales trademark. And recently it was found of a trademark called, get this, Tales of Zestiria. It sounds a little too close.
What?
It's Zestiria. It's spelled Zestiria. Tales of Zestiria. And I still have a hard time saying it because like I want to say Tales of Vesperia because it sounds way too fucking close. I'm like, what? If this is a real name, I think that's a little stupid. It's like they should have differentiated that a little more because it sounds way too close. But it's a trademark for Tales of Zestiria in Europe, and usually, you know, it's often when they kind of find trademarks for Tales of games and that are outside of Japan, because you know Japan gets like a bunch of other shit we don't get. There's been like dozens of Tales of games that haven't come out here that are like spin-offs and whatnot. But usually it kind of feels like this could be the name of the next main installment into the series. And we'll see. I mean, we're still a ways away, even if this is like the real thing, like this is a real game. You figure it comes out maybe next year in Japan. We still need Tales of Exilia 2, which is a ways away. That's like sometime next year. So since that's sometime next year, this game at most would be like 2015, because they're kind of behind with their localization process. It takes a while, but Techno, you got to finish Vesperia so you can play Zestiria.
Damn it.
Tales of Vesperia, get on that.
I can't even say that.
I had a hard time saying it too, just because I'm like, God damn it, I just want to say Vesperia because it sounds way too close.
Zeria?
Zestiria.
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 That sounds like...
Zestiria.
Dude, I just picture people running away from like a giant monster when you guys say that word.
Zestiria.
This is like, ah!
That was interesting. Weird name, but we'll see. It could be most likely the next name of the main installment into the series, even though we're still waiting on Tales of Exilia 2 in the West. Because that game's been out for a while in Japan, so the Western audience is usually way behind with Tales of games. Get on that, Techno. Come on.
Yeah,
You
come on,
have
man.
until like maybe 2015. There should be plenty of time.
Do you think it's like a sequel
No,
to
because
No.
Vesperia?
no, the time has passed for that because they've already done Tales of Exilia 2. So like, if they wanted to do that, they would have done it before Exilia. Tales of Vesperia 2. And they did the movie, like, and the movie is like
Oh,
what
yeah.
kind of gives
But
it.
that's a prequel.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like they could have made an origin story. Like I always thought like the story was so interesting for Tales of Vesperia. Like the movie's really interesting. And it's like, I felt like that could have been its own game, like in its own right, like called it Tales of Vesperia Origins. But instead they made Funimation did a full-length featured animation called Tales of Vesperia First Strike, which talks about the origins. Which is good if you like the game, because you find out a lot of stuff that you wouldn't find out if you played the game, because it leads up to the game. But yeah. And they tried to get Tales of Vesperia on the PS3, but that never worked.
I know.
Tried to get it for the West, but I think it was Bandai Namco. Because it was tied to Microsoft, because Vesperia was exclusive, and then it's like, they wanted that updated PS3 version, saying like it's enough new content to like put it on the PS3, but Microsoft's like, nah, not necessarily. Bandai Namco kind of had issues with that too. Because the PS3 version added a new character called Patty.
Yep.
That's what I was just gonna mention, yeah.
a new character, I believe Flynn too, later on in
Yep.
the history version, is actually a joinable character instead of in the game he joins you like very briefly at one segment.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
And there's also an extra dungeon with a boss fight against, I think it's Kratos and Sword Dancer, which Sword Dancer is this really infamous extra boss that's stronger than the final boss. He's appeared in like other Tales of games. So they have that, a lot of extra content, but they tried to get that to the PS3, but it didn't work out for a lot of licensing issues. So that's unfortunate. Now, I still have that on my want list to get a Japanese copy of Tales of Vesperia someday. Yeah, there's your weekly Tales of news. I feel like I gotta have Tales of news every week. But that's it. That's all my news.
Well, we have a couple of people with left comments and questions for us. You guys want to do those?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, well, I have 3 comments and 1 question. I figured I should read them off. The first one's from Master Machete 909. He says, "Hey fellas, nice to have you back entertaining us. Please, the hosts that play this type of genre, not talking of that host in particular that tries to play this type of game, help me on this one. I enjoy listening to the podcast. I enjoy listening to podcasts that talk highly of RPGs. This podcast especially, how some of you talk of RPGs with such passion and admiration. This is how I keep up with much RPGs are some of the best out there. Sadly, I do not play this type of game. I stay away from this type of genre like the plague. I play shooters. I've tried RPGs, but I just can't get into them. I played Western RPGs like Skyrim and Mass Effect, but not JRPGs. I just don't get it. Sell me on why I should play these games, because I tried giving this genre a fair shot, but failed so far." That's his comment and / question.
It's kind of hard because like I don't know what games you played, so it's like hard for me to gauge
Well,
like
he
what
said-
games you played that failed you.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if you played Final Fantasy or like what.
Yeah, he only mentioned Skyrim and Mass Effect, which are Western RPGs. I'll tell you why I like RPGs, and it doesn't matter if they're JRPGs or Western RPGs. To me, like, I play RPGs for the story. If the story sucks in RPGs, I won't finish the game. I'll put it down. I'll walk away. But yeah, I guess for me that's the most important thing is the story. If it's entertaining enough, I will keep playing the game. I kind of generally go toward RPGs that have like kind of like a fantasy aspect to them. You know, like wizards, knights, you know, like warrior stuff like that. You know, those are the kind of the RPGs I like the most. I like turn-based RPGs a lot because, you know, I kind of like, you know, like thinking about what I should do. You know, like I don't really like action RPGs because you're always on the move and you always got to be like, oh crap, you know, like, you know, you're always dodging enemies. You're just running around like crazy. I like turn-based RPGs because you know, you make your move, the enemy makes their move, and then you think about what you got to do. But so for me, that's what's most important for me is I love the story in RPGs, and if it's a turn-based RPG, I like those the best because, you know, I can sit there and take my time and think about what I want to do. So, how about you, Dan? You're more of an RPG guy than I am.
Yeah, a lot to say. So, first of all, I wouldn't want to sell you on it, if that makes any sense, because at the end of the day, you like the types of games you're going to like. You know, if you love first-person shooters, you know, play those. That's great. Find all those. I like the fact that you're open to, like, other genres and all that, but, like, if you like the Western RPGs, then check out some of the other Western RPGs. And, like, Mass Effect's great. Skyrim's great. I'd recommend maybe some Western dungeon crawlers, like the original Diablo games, stuff like that.
Man.
Torchlight, even, if you haven't checked out Torchlight, that's pretty good. Stuff like that. Like, just start to expand on that genre, but as for RPGs as a whole, there's so much I like about it. I mean, it was this thing that I loved losing myself into a game for an extensive amount of time. I love stories. I love characters, interesting witty dialogue, the development of a character over time, the battle system, the lore. That's like the greatest thing about RPGs is like just how much they develop. Like they create a whole universe, world, setting, like all this fresh stuff. The music is fantastic for a lot of RPGs. Soundtracks, so much work and design goes in it. These games take so much effort, it's ridiculous. But the sense that it does feel like more than a lot of other games that you're going on an epic journey. A lot of the times it feels like you're on a journey, a quest, and you're going to do something really epic, really great. And there's a very rewarding feeling beating a RPG, and you just get so much different kind of experiences out of it because and it really depends. I mean, RPGs as a whole is so broad. Like there's so many different styles of RPGs, types of RPGs. It's such an interesting genre that you definitely get your money's worth out of it. And I feel like RPGs more than anything else are games that will stand the test of time. It's like I'm going to be talking about some of these games for years because they were that memorable to me. Whereas even if I played a great game now, it's like I might remember for a couple of years, but there's a reason we still talk about Chrono Trigger. There's a reason we still talk about Earthbound, because these games, more than any other games, are really good at standing the test of time. There's so much quality there. There's so much lore, story, and just so much charm and character that goes into these kind of games. But yeah, I mean, if Western RPGs is your thing, just kind of research that genre and find out maybe some other Western RPGs you might want to get into. But yeah, I will be playing RPGs for a long time. It's a relaxing genre for me too. I don't know, it's this form of escapism too, this idea of like really feel like I can lose myself in an RPG and get away from like my reality, my life, more than any other genre. Because you're putting yourself essentially into a whole new world, which is a great thing. And I just have so many memorable, like that's the thing, is like I just feel like they stand the test of time. Which there are a lot of other games too that, regardless of genre, because of quality, will stand the test of time, but a lot of RPGs in particular I feel like will be talked about for a while. Because I feel like as to develop too, they just require so much. They require so much talent, so much resource and development, so much planning, and you can really see it. Not all of them, I mean, don't get me wrong, I played my fair share of terrible RPGs too, but, I love it. What do you think, Techno? I know you're not maybe the biggest RPG guy, but you definitely play some, so why do you play them? What do you love about them?
It's, well, they're not RPGs, but I've been playing some Saints Row 2, and I fell in love with the story with that. And yes, I know it's not an RPG, but it's different with each game. Like with Phantasy Star 4, I am in love with each character that, in your party. And with Final Fantasy 9, it's the same thing, but I'm also really into the story with that. And yes, I know, Tales of Vesperia, I haven't finished it, but still, the characters are where it's at. The story is as well very, very, I don't know, amazing, like breathtaking, because you meet all these people that just make you go, wow. And Torchlight 2, love Torchlight 2. I love Diablo type games. But yeah, I guess all I can really say is just play what you like Dan said.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. I mean, I just happen to love and be so open-minded to like all genres. I just love playing video games, period. But obviously RPGs being one of my favorite, but like we all have our own favorites. Some of us love racing games and all that. It's like, you know, if there's a genre you love in particular, just kind of research on that genre and learn more. Yeah. Interesting question. And
Okay, well, we have another comment from Play Old Games, and this is referring to my DuckTales rant last time. He says, I really think Capcom should have pressed the game onto a disc and charged an extra $20. I would have been more than happy to pay $30 for a physical copy of the game. Well, that's kind of like what I did. I thought I was paying an extra $5 to get a physical copy of the game, and it just turned out to be a DLC code. So, yeah.
But you also gotta ask, why would you put a game that short on a disc? Because where are you gonna, or like, what else are you gonna put on there?
They could have put a lot of things on there. They could have put the old NES version on there. They could have put like behind the scenes. You know, I'm pretty sure they could have put a lot of things on there. They could have put like maybe DuckTales 2 on there from the NES just for like an unlockable. I'm pretty sure they could have put a lot on that disc.
yeah, it's not like there's a requirement that you have to eat up all the space for it to be a decent game. I mean, hell, I played games that are like, 10, 20 megabytes, like indie games, and I feel like I've gotten better experiences out of those than half of these new budget releases, full budget releases. You just never know in games.
But so that's his comment. See, the next comment is from the forums, and this is from Levitz, and this is towards TechnoSqueek. He says,
Oh,
he already knows what it is.
yeah, I read it already.
I know. But let's see, he says, in my hands is a fresh copy of an unplayed copy of Tales of Vesperia. After hearing your new goal in the latest episode, I think Clive is letting you off easy, Techno. Will you let another listener finish this game before you? We'll see. So he's gonna play Tales of Vesperia, and he's saying he's gonna beat the game before you do.
That's awesome. Keep us updated on the forums.
Yes,
like when you beat it, post it.
Definitely keep us updated because I'm gonna laugh my ass off if he is starting a brand new game and he beats it before you, Techno.
I mean, I thought it was already sad that like I waited for a Tales of game and Tales of Exilia for a year, pretty much, for it to get localized in the West, and wound up beating that game before you beat Tales of Vesperia. Like I've been waiting for this game, and it's like, oh, I beat it. Great game. Fantastic. Told you, man, just save your game on memory stick, send it to me. I'll beat the game all the way up until the credits, stop it, and then send it back to you, just roll the credits. You'd be like, I beat it.
Techno, what is your response to this?
It's like what I said in the forum.
Game up.
That's literally what he said in the forums, is AAAHHHH.
Damn.
Do it. When was the last? I'm just curious. When was the last time you actually like went back to it to like try?
Oh.
He doesn't even remember. It's been that long.
He doesn't even remember. Yeah.
It wasn't last week. I know that for sure.
I'm just curious because
week before.
I'm just curious because I feel like if you went back to it, you'd probably be surprised how strong you are in that game. It's like it could be one of those things too. Like I don't know if you guys have these moments in RPGs where I'll get so goddamn frustrated with a boss and I'll be like,
"Oh yes,
I'm just gonna put this down for a bit. Put this down for a bit. Come back the next day and like kick the boss's ass." And you're like, "Well, what the hell happened?" I have so many of that so many times. So I think it could be a similar moment with you. Just do me a favor. you don't have to beat the game. Just at least go back to it. Give it like a couple more tries just to see. Because I feel like it could be one of those things. Like I feel like you should totally be strong enough.
Especially after you bought that DLC for it.
Yeah, you should just buy the DLC for that gives you like a bunch of levels. Yeah, definitely at least try it out again. Give it another go. You don't have to beat it, but at least give it a couple more shots.
I'm going to beat it. Okay.
No,
it may take me a while, but I will beat it.
I'm just saying, like before the next episode, at least play the game again. Like try it out. Give the boss another, fight. Couple fights.
Techno, I'm sorry to say this. I kind of gave up on you. I don't think you're gonna beat this game.
Yeah, he's not even gonna beat it before Tales of Vesperia comes out.
This is hysteria.
It's like 2015 sometime.
Yeah, but I don't think you're gonna beat this game. Techno, it's sad. Even though I beat your Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't know.
He liked it, alright? Leave him alone.
I did like it, actually.
Just goes to show, we all like and hate our own games. We all have our own unique tastes.
Sonic 2006 is proudly on my shelf. I even went out and bought a brand new
like
PS.
He put it in a frame. It's like,
No.
damn, that was a good game.
No, you know what I did though? Because I bought the game used on GameStop, and it came in this. It wasn't, how like the PS3 has the clear cases. Well, it came in like this black PS3 case. It was cracked. It had the fucking used stickers all over it. I went. I had friends at GameStop before they closed down, and I went and I'm like, is there any way I could get a brand new PS3 case so I could swap out the artwork and just put it in? So I went out of my way to get a brand new case for the Sonic 2006 because it looked like shit. The case now it's
because it is shit.
No way, dude. It is seriously proudly sitting on my PS3 shelf, right next to God of War 3. It's a good game. I love it.
There you go. Tomato. We all have our own personal preferences.
Oh, I hate tomatoes, but I love tomatoes.
Yeah, I do.
I like tomato sauce on a pizza, and I like ketchup. Love ketchup, but I fucking hate tomatoes. I'm weird.
Tomatoes.
Like,
that's funny too, because like I hate cucumbers, but I love pickles.
Yeah, I fucking.
oh
hate
yeah,
cucumbers.
yeah, that me too.
But I dig pickles. Pickles are great. I don't like cucumbers.
Like whenever I go to like Wendy's and I get like a big ass tomato on my burger, I just take it off and.
No, I liked I don't know. Do your guys' places around there have like a Whataburger? Whataburger?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Maybe it's just a regional thing, but we have Whataburger, and recently, like I haven't eaten it in a long time, and recently we went back to it, and it's like their burgers have actually improved a lot, but they have this new thing called spicy ketchup, and it's like so good. I'm like, oh my god,
that
so
sounds so good.
It is so good. It's like,
I gotta go.
It's like they have ketchup, and it's like now we have spicy ketchup. I'm like, oh, you gotta give me some of those. You just have to like ask for them. And he's like, spicy ketchup.
Whataburger.
Oh my god, this is so off topic.
I know what we're talking.
Do you guys remember that they used to have like green ketchup?
Oh yeah,
yeah. It was Heinz.
Heinz
stuff.
Yeah. I just remember that thing, man.
Yeah, they
that was
had
like the
purple
coolest shit.
and green.
Yeah, that was like the coolest
And,
shit.
like, they did something, like, they partnered up with, like, DreamWorks with Shrek.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
I know way too much for some reason.
Techno has like all this random archive of like old food knowledge.
Yeah, see, I didn't learn anything in school.
But he remembers the food he ate.
I remember the food.
It's like, oh dude, remember that one burger we had on this day during high school? It was so good.
Dude, I loved the school's burgers. Like, their burgers, their burritos, and their fucking chicken. We had Chicken Tuesday. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
All good. Yeah.
Our high school food wasn't too bad. It was like we had like different snack bars, so it was like you could get whatever the hell you wanted on any day. So it's like if you wanted pizza, just go to the line that has pizza. If you want burritos, go to the line that has burritos, kind of thing. We had like burritos, pizza, hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fries, always fries.
Like, before I got into high school, they, like, the year before, they let anyone go to McDonald's or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
off campus, like you get.
Yeah,
We had to have that off campus pass.
And then they, like, when I got into high school, they, like, stopped all that. And I was like, no!
They still did that when I was there, but you had to get like a pass for it, like an off-campus pass.
Yeah.
They didn't, and I think you had to be like, you couldn't be a freshman or sophomore. You couldn't get it till like you were a junior or senior. But yeah, I remember that. I used to go off campus every now and then to get food, and all the kids would be jealous. It was like, oh god damn it, I wanted some of that. My favorite thing was, like, back in high school, I used to take, this is still off topic, but I used to take these culinary arts courses, and, like, they were pretty damn good. Like, we made some really good food, and I learned how to cook pretty decently. And, like, I took advanced culinary arts, and the best thing was, like, always making your food and then taking it back to your next class, and they're like, what the hell? It was, like, because, like, I remember we made, like salmon stuff with like rosemary and like rice pilaf, and I'm like, oh, it's so fucking good. But then I'm over here with like this great plate of food, and I take it into like my algebra class. It's like I show up with it, like everyone's like, what the hell? Where'd you get that from? And I'm just sitting there eating it, and even the teacher's like, oh my god, like I can smell that. Can I have some? No, this is mine. Yeah, that was funny. Good times. So what were we talking about originally?
I don't even remember. Wasn't we talking about Tales
of Vesperia, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And how the hell did we get to Whataburger?
I don't know. Things happen. That's how these things happen.
Okay. But we have one last question from Shinobi Magos. Hope I'm saying that right. Shinobi something. Magos, I think.
Shinobi's fun.
Yeah. He says, what foreign countries have you guys visited, and what countries do you guys want to visit in the future? Techno, you're like the international type. Where'd you go?
Nowhere?
Arkansas.
No, Arkansas.
Seattle.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Seattle's not a country.
Well, I guess from like going from Arkansas to Seattle, it's almost like a foreign country.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never been to another country.
All right. Well, where do you want to go then?
Yeah.
Like everyone else, Japan. I like to go.
Mm.
I'm thinking.
Dude, squeeze out the knowledge. Something like it's hot. Just, I believe in you. Believe in the heart of the cards.
Heart of the cards.
I'd like to go to Canada.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 Canada Street.
1, 2, 3 Canada Street.
It's that great street.
Just the only street.
One long ass street that goes all the way across.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Okay, well, for me, I have been to Canada. I have family that lives in Montana, and they're like right on the Canadian border, so they go there like all the time. And I was visiting them one summer. I've also been to Japan twice.
What?
I've never heard of this.
Oh, it's awesome.
Okay, well, the first time, I don't know if it really counts because I was 2 years old, and my family, my parents met in the Navy. That's how they met, and they got married.
No.
So, they were stationed on an American base in Japan when I was 2 years old. And that's actually where two of my brothers were born. They were born on an American military base in Japan. So I was there when I was 2 years old. And actually a funny story, too, is my mom tells this story to me all the time, is when my mom took me out as a baby, to go to, the Japanese stores, wherever they went. I don't know where they went, but she always tells me the story that Japanese people would always give my mom money to rub my head, because when I was that young, I had blonde hair, and they considered that very they considered that very, very lucky. So I'm like, my mom tells me that story all the time. I'm like, that's kind of cool, actually. And she's shown me pictures of me, in Japan that young, and I literally had blonde hair. So yeah, I was there when I was about 2 years old, and then the second time I went was in 2000. This was right after I graduated high school. My family and we went to Japan again, mainly to see where my two brothers were born. We went to the hospital where they were born, and we went to, I think it was 3 or 4 different Japanese cities, and beautiful fucking country. The one memorable place we went to, and it wasn't really anything special, but we went to like a zoo there, and this zoo had like the most amazing cherry blossoms. And I don't usually, like, when I take pictures of stuff, it's usually like, of people, of like, different advertisings and different things, but like I literally wasted about half a roll of film taking pictures of these cherry blossoms. So fucking beautiful. It's crazy there. But like, we visited all these temples over there, and I remember we accidentally like stepped inside this temple and we didn't take off our shoes, and the guy was like he was pointing at us like, take it, like he was literally kind of yelling at us to like take off your goddamn shoes. So, but yeah, Japan is a beautiful fucking country though, and I was glad, even though I don't really remember going there. It's 2 years old, but I definitely remember going there in 2000, especially going to that one zoo too. It's a beautiful fucking country. Yeah. It's funny too, because when I went there, I was really into anime, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy all the fucking anime in Japan. Like, I was like, I'm gonna bring it all home. Yeah. And this is so funny. Every time I went into like a video store and like one of those entertainment stores, what I could only find. The only thing I could fucking find were American cartoons in Japan. They had like Bugs Bunny, Popeye, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, the most anime I found over there was in like, the small little convenience stores that were in the airport.
I guess that goes to show like the interesting cultures in different nations. I mean,
yeah,
we're so fascinated with Japan sometimes that we forget that Japan is sometimes fascinated with our Western culture.
Yeah. But one thing I did buy, and I thought this was actually kind of cool. I actually bought the movie Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, on VHS, and it's the Japanese version.
That's awesome. Have you watched it?
Oh, I've watched it so many times, and it's literally
great.
It's the same exact movie, but they're speaking Japanese, and when they actually they speak the alien languages, the subtitles are in Japanese. It's like the coolest thing ever. I was like, this is so badass. I was like, but yeah, so I've been into Canada and Japan twice, and the countries I would like to go, Ireland and Scotland.
Yeah, I totally agree with Ireland.
So yeah, I would probably more Scotland than Ireland, but yeah, those two, one of those two would be fine with me.
No. The only country I've been to, since it's just like right down the border, is Mexico, obviously. Been to Rocky Point a couple of times. It's really awesome. A very different culture. But down there, obviously, you can get... The only soda you usually find is the glass bottles with like pure sugar, and it's so good. Like a nice one of those. And the seafood is amazing down there. Really good, because it's right by the ocean. But that's pretty much the only country I've been to. As for other countries, I'd totally like to go to Canada. particularly maybe like the Vancouver area around there. And totally would like to visit England someday. Been wanting to go there. Definitely Italy. Italy's a must for me. Not only the obvious stuff like Rome and all that, but even like Upper Italy, like Florence and stuff like that is, the Tuscany kind of area is just super gorgeous out there. France, Paris would be great. Obviously Japan would be awesome. Spain would be pretty cool too. Just like I guess like I have a fascination with Europe because obviously as an artist, the Renaissance, everything like that really stands out to me, and I have this really big wanting to go to all these like historic cathedrals and stuff like that to see the incredible architecture and even still some of the original frescoes and paintings that are in some of these cathedrals is amazing. I totally agree with Ireland too because I feel like Ireland's more of like this idea of like simplistic beauty, like it's that natural kind of beauty, like the cliff sides, the rolling hills, that kind of breeze. Like I totally imagine. I have family actually who's going to be going to Ireland pretty soon.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that, the nature thing.
Yeah, so I heard it's pretty gorgeous out there. So yeah, I don't know. I just have this fascination someday that like when I'm old and something, like hopefully I'm retired and have a decent amount of money that I can just spend the rest of my days traveling all the time. That'd be one of my dreams. But I definitely have a lot of countries that are like musts for me to go to. Yeah.
Well, that is all of our questions and comments for this episode. So,
Good
thank
stuff.
you guys. Thank you for responding. But we
Yep.
want more.
Yeah, our carrier pigeons aren't getting any workouts. They're just getting fat and overweight because Techno keeps feeding them like Wendy's and stuff.
Dude, I actually caught Techno trying to eat one the other day.
Like, oh, it's so plump and juicy.
Dude, I didn't have any food in my house.
So you gave him Wendy's.
No
You went out and
excuse,
bought
David.
Wendy's for him. They were just super fat and overweight. They don't even remember how to fly anymore.
Hey, guys, I actually have a question for you guys. And I wonder if you guys can help me out. Lately, I have a PS3, obviously. But lately, my PS3 has been kind of acting a little funny. Every time I go to watch a Blu-ray movie, I put the disc in, and do you guys know that little clock in the upper right corner and it spins, when it's trying to read the disc?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that spins, and sometimes it comes to a stop, indicating it doesn't read the disc. Now, I take out the disc, put it back in, and same thing happens. And what I'm trying to say is, it takes me like 4 or 5 attempts of taking the disc out, putting it back in, letting the clock do its little spinning thing before it actually reads the disc. Now, some some Blu-rays for me, it'll play right away. Some Blu-rays, like I said, it has to go in 4 or 5 times before it actually plays the disc. Some Blu-rays, no matter how many times I put it in, I think the most I put in was like 20 times, it just won't play at all. Now, if I had to guess, it's my system. Something's wrong with my system. But I just wanted to I wanted to bring this up on the podcast because I figured maybe a lot of our listeners know, maybe the two of you know, like what is wrong with my PS3? Is there something wrong with like the laser? Like
That's what I would say. I would say your laser's getting weaker.
Okay. Well, does it read games pretty consistently?
Well, I thought of that, and I put in 3 games, and it played. It booted them up right away. It didn't have any problem reading the games.
And the DVDs that you're like trying, they're in pretty good condition.
Well, I didn't try
or
DVDs.
Blu-rays, like
the Blu-rays, yes.
They're in pretty good condition.
Yeah, because I tried Wreck-It Ralph. I tried like a South Park season 14 that I got on Blu-ray, and I tried like Batman Dark Knight. And Wreck-It Ralph it played after 4 or 5 attempts of taking it out, putting it back in. South Park didn't play at all, and neither did the Batman Dark Knight. Now, what I ended up doing, because I went online and I did some research, and like it said they would do like $150. Sony will fix your system, but they don't actually fix your system. They just give you like a refurbished one. I'm like, I don't want that. I downloaded all this shit. I don't want a refurbished one. So what I ended up doing is I just went to Target, paid $60, and I bought myself just a normal Blu-ray player. And I popped in the same Blu-rays that I was trying to play on my PS3, and the new Blu-ray player plays the Blu-rays no problem. So this, this kind of, definitely tells me there's something wrong with my PS3. So,
Yeah, it's a pretty good giveaway.
yeah.
Like, what version of the PS3 do you have?
The slim model? Like, not the super slim, not the newest one, but
The
slim.
middle. Yeah.
I think well, I got the infamous 2 bundle.
Yeah, it's probably like the second version.
Yeah, that's the second version.
That's what I have.
Alright, well, that's the bundle I
Yeah,
have.
that's what I got too.
Okay, so whatever that system, that model is, that's what I have. So
That's Model 2.
Yeah, because then they came out with the George Foreman grill one. Model 3. It looks like a George Foreman grill.
Okay.
With the sliding door. But yeah, it seems like your laser then, because if it plays fine in a regular Blu-ray player, it would indicate then it's something faulty with the PS3 trying to read Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, I haven't tried to play a PS3 game since that. I put in the 3 just to test it, but as far as I know, it plays the games fine. So
Yeah. So which makes me think it's just something with the Blu-rays.
because
Yeah.
there's 2 different lasers for games and Blu-rays, right?
I'm not for sure on that. I haven't really looked into that.
Because, the only reason I'm asking, because if it's the same laser that reads Blu-rays and in the video games, I don't understand why the laser will work for one and not the other. But if it's two different lasers, then okay, I guess that makes sense.
But I don't understand. Why would it have 2 lasers if games are on a Blu-ray disc?
I don't know. Like I said, I went online, checked a whole bunch of forums. I watched, I don't know, at least like 30 videos on YouTube, trying to figure out what's going on, and that's what I read. There's two lasers inside the system. If that is correct, if that's correct, I don't know. I didn't open up my PS3 to find out, but yeah, that's what I thought, or that's what I read. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, like I said, I just figured I'd bring it up on the podcast. Maybe I can get some answers from either you two or the listeners. So, but as far as, like I said, I bought a Blu-ray player for like $60. It works fine, plays my Blu-rays, and my PS3 still plays my PS3 games. So, I don't know. I'm quite content on what I have right now, but I figured I'd just bring it up. So.
That kind of reminds me of the old HD DVD player that Microsoft released for the 360. And
Dude, I have one of those.
And those died off fast. HD
Yep.
DVDs. That didn't
Yep.
happen, because then it was like, hey, here's Blu-rays. I'm like, okay, we don't need these HD DVDs anymore.
yeah.
Because now all of a sudden you could store a massive amount of content on a Blu-ray.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the format wars, and then Microsoft lost because Sony always bet on Blu-ray.
Now the next gen is all gonna have Blu-ray. Blu-rays for everyone.
Yay!
Except for Wii U, which has like its own proprietary kind of disc format.
Isn't it just DVD?
No, they're actually different. Have you actually like seen them?
It's
They're
a
like a little bit thicker. Than, like,
GD-ROM.
Yes, they're cheaty ROM drives. They stole it from Sega.
Yes.
With all this Sega Naomi hardware, they stole it from that. But they're like patented, like it's a special format. I don't know what it is, but like they're a little bit, like I want to say like a little bit bigger or like at least a little bit thicker than like a typical DVD. You know Nintendo. I mean, they're so weird. They had the,
Yeah.
GameCube style with the little mini discs, and then hell, even Sony tried like a different format with the PSP with UMDs.
Yeah. And they still do with the memory sticks on Vita.
Yeah, that's its own proprietary version of memory. It's only memory sticks, or like the PSP had memory stick duos for these long cards. Yeah, that's interesting.
Which you can, lose really, really quick from, being so damn small.
Too bad games don't come on floppy disks anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no issues with those.
Good.
Those worked always.
Oh yeah, perfect.
I have something.
Oh really?
I have
Mikey.
something too.
Mikey's Monarch. Everyone knows.
Our favorite Mikey. One of
Yeah.
our favorite Mikeys. If there's other Mikeys out there, we love you too.
He has just bought his first Sega Genesis.
Oh, that's
Round
awesome.
of applause.
Yay. We should
Yeah.
write down a quick list then for him of some games to get.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Shining
Phantom
Force.
Star series. Boom.
Shining
There you go.
I was gonna say Shining Force too.
Let's just shoot them off.
Yeah.
Splatterhouse 3.
2
Valis.
and 3.
Valis games.
Scooby-Doo Mysteries.
Dynamite Heady.
Vector Man 1 and 2.
Way underrated. Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin.
Comic Zone.
Of
Echo
course, you gotta have the Sonic games. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta have.
That's kind of a given.
Yeah. Rocket Knight Adventures.
Thunder Force.
Thunder.
Come on.
Oh my.
Gotta
Oh.
have some Thunder Force in there.
Yes.
Maximum
Thunder Force.
Carnage.
And the sequel, Separation Anxiety.
Mm,
Castlevania Bloodlines. Aladdin.
Yeah, definitely Aladdin.
Road Rash 1 and 2. You can get 3 as well. They're all good, but my favorite's still number 1.
Biohazard Battle. Yes. Classic.
Yeah. Isn't that a shooter?
Yeah, just from up with like this
Yeah.
weird like
Yeah.
alien monsters and shit.
Alright. X-Men 2: The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Not a bad racing game. Super Monaco GP. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Eternal Champions.
Oh yeah, that was,
Dude, I love that. I got the sequel on Sega CD.
Quackshot.
Quackshot, yeah.
Skitchin.
Skitchin. The Mickey Mouse games, Castle of Illusion, which just came out.
Oh, really? I gotta download that.
The HD. Yeah. What else?
what about the Fantasy Star games? Did you see that?
Yeah, I said all. That's 2, 3, and 4, which I know a lot of people don't like 3 because it's very different, but there's a lot of it's kind of like a cult classic
Mm-hmm.
game, but my favorite's 4 all the way.
That's kind of it for me.
I can't think of anything else.
You can always go with NBA Jam Tournament Edition too.
Yeah.
What about Alex Kidd in Shannon Castle?
Oh, freaking Revenge of Shinobi and Shinobi 3 Return of the Ninja Master.
There you go. What about
Oh,
a
here's
new
a-
one? Brand new one. PR Solar.
Yeah!
I
How
have it.
about it?
64
one.
megs of power.
General Chaos is a good one too.
Trying to think.
Booger Man. You can get Paperboy. I got Paperboy on Genesis.
That's it.
And yeah, pretty much all the good ones, at least that I can think of.
There you go. There's a huge list for you, Mikey. Well,
Get to spending.
yeah. Yeah. You guys want to get in games we've been playing?
Sure.
Go for it, Techno.
All right. Well,
Hold on. Let me get your Facebook page up so I can get the ones you missed.
I don't think I've taken many pictures. Been playing, like I said, Saints Row 2, loving the story, and hopefully I can get it finished sometime in the near future. A big one. Here's a big one. Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn.
He has time to play a big-ass MMO, but he can't finish Tales of Vesperia.
I was just thinking that too. I'm like, you're really playing an MMO and you can't finish Tales of Vesperia?
An MMO that was broken in the first place that had to be reborn. It was so bad.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it looks improved. I do have to admit, like,
so
I kind of
freaking fun.
want it for PS3 eventually, maybe.
Oh man.
It looks improved.
I think I found your character too. Is your character with silver hair?
Yep.
Oh, here he is. Here's Techno's character. He's like, I'm a badass. Found his character.
I am I don't know the name of it, but it's pretty much just a mage.
I think that's what they call mages.
Yeah,
Well,
mages.
There's white mages and like black mages.
They call it something different. Something like I don't know. It starts with a T, but whatever. Played some. I actually picked up 2 new Saturn games. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, which it is pretty much just like an updated X-Men versus Street Fighter with just like different characters like Captain America, Sakura, Dan, the Hulk, Bison, or I think Bison was in X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I don't remember. And the other one is Pocket Fighter, which I've been having some great fun with. That's where they're all chibi form and cute. Yeah. Morgan is so cute. In a little chibi form. What else? Oh, Hammer Watch on Steam. If you don't know what Hammer Watch is, it's pretty much another Gauntlet.
Really?
And it's very, very fun with like 4 players. It's awesome. What else? I know I played some Dreamcast game. Oh, I did get a new Dreamcast game. Street Fighter Alpha 3. Yeah. Woo. Now I just need Alpha 2 on Saturn. I played some Gunbird 2.
Yes, Gunbird.
Actually. and some Bust a Move 4. I love that puzzle game to death. And I actually played some Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Can't go without some Sonic game. And I also played some Phantasy Star 4 on the Sega or the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, and some more Shining Force, And I believe...
Wait, I thought I saw you play a game that I actually really liked back in the day on Steam. It's an indie game called Game Dev Tycoon.
No,
Did you play
that's
that?
not me. That ain't me.
I thought I saw you play that for a little bit.
No. Let me check. I probably... Hammer Watch... Saints Row 2... Yeah, no. Yeah, sometimes I buy games on Steam and I totally forget that I bought it. Which is kind of bad. Oh! Dive Kick. My God.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fun. I love it. Dive Kick.
That's the
So
thing.
good. Yeah. Yeah. And I believe that is pretty much it.
Nope. Hold on.
What?
His Facebook page says he played Deep Duck Trouble, starring Donald Duck.
Oh, yeah! On the Master System!
I was in charge of
I'm in
whatever
charge.
this is. That's your job.
And
Yeah, I
the,
bought that too.
and the other game is Wonder Boy 3.
3. The Dragon Strap. I was gonna say Dragon.
I was gonna say Dive Kick too, but you just said that, so
Yeah.
I got your back, Dick. Now I'm checking your Facebook page.
Check his Instagram, check all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does Techno play this week?
Yeah.
So,
Yep. That's it for me.
I'll go first. Next. Well, I played and beaten DuckTales Remastered HD, and I liked it. It's a very, very short game. Beat it in like maybe 4 hours. But yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty much just DuckTales. It looks better, it looks great. The original voice actors are all there, except, and I definitely noticed, the only character that was not the original voice is Fenton Crackshell, the alter ego of Gizmo Duck. He is not the original voice, different voice, I can tell. But yeah, it's DuckTales. It was a very cool game, very difficult game near the end, but it was quite enjoyable. For a $15 game for 4 hours, I don't know, maybe, yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't know about that. But it doesn't really have that much replayability, I don't think, because once I beat the game, I spent all my money, because you can actually collect the money and actually use it towards something. So once you beat the game, I spent all my money on, unlockable music, concept art, backgrounds, blah, blah, blah. And then, you can't buy everything by playing through the game once. You got to play the game multiple times to earn enough money to unlock everything. And I just didn't feel the need to play it a second time just so I can unlock everything. So I don't think there's that much replayability in DuckTales Remastered. But playing it through once, it's a good game. I really did enjoy it. So the next game I've been playing right now is Persona 4 Golden on the Vita.
Oh, good man.
And I'm really liking this game. And it's like watching an anime, like one of those school drama animes, but then it goes into this RPG weird fucked up world, and it's crazy. It's a very enjoyable game, but I'm finding myself I like how the game is set up. Like, you have to establish relationships in the real world to kind of like help your...
It affects the end game too. It serves a purpose.
Yeah, it affects the part of the game where you go into the alternate universe to fight all the monsters and all the demons and stuff. And like when you play the game, I find myself spending more time in the real world, which I think is what you're supposed to be kind of doing.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, and I really want to spend more time in the monster world, so I can fight monsters, get more money, get more experience and stuff like that. But you really got to spend a lot of time in the real world, just making friends, going to class, reading different books, getting more knowledge, getting more courage, your understanding, all these different attributes of your character you had to improve, and the friendships with all the different people you meet, you got to improve them because they affect your personas. These are like, if anyone who's played like maybe like Blue Dragon for the 360, it's kind of like that. You have like some sort of monster that fights for you on certain attacks.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I compare it, because you can like evolve them and
Yep, you could
combine
definitely.
them.
Yep, you definitely can. And but yeah, I really like it. The only thing I find, I absolutely love the music in this game. Like, I really love the music in this game.
Persona
And
4 had a good soundtrack. Persona 3 was completely opposite, where it was very jazzy. It was kind of
Yeah.
weird, but I still liked it in a weird way.
yeah, I didn't play those games, but
No,
but
you,
yeah,
you started with a good one. If I were to recommend a starting point for the series, it would have been Persona 4.
okay, yeah, but yeah, I really love the music, and I downloaded the soundtrack off of BitTorrent, and I just been listening to it a lot. But the only thing I really kind of don't like about this game, I think this is how the game is supposed to be set up, is just like when I want to do something in particular, I'm trying to think of an example, like say I wanted to go into like the monster world and grind, and you wake up like maybe Sunday and it says like, well, no, we'll use Monday for an example because that's when you go to school. You wake up and it says like, oh, it's Monday, we have a test today, and so you go to school, you take the test, and the way it's set up is like after school you basically have the opportunity to do one thing and one thing only. And then it goes into like the evening setting, and that's basically like your end of the day. So you either like you have like either two choices. Like you could either go in the monster world and like grind, or you could spend time with your friend. You can't do both. So like say you like you want to spend time with your friend, and you're hanging out with your friend, and realistically you're only with your friend for maybe about half an hour. You're half an hour time, tops. But in the game, it's like you spend time with them for like hours. So you immediately go from like, after school to evening. I'm like, there's no way.
It's broken into stages. You have like before school, you have school time and lunchtime, and then you have like your evening and nighttime. I would say how that balances is because it follows like a calendar schedule. So there'll be days where you have like random days off, which actually correlate to like the Japanese schedule. So you'll have like Golden Week, which is like a whole week off, and there'll be some time where, you're out of school for the summer, so you'll have like the whole summer to do whatever the hell you want kind of thing. So it kind of gets broken up like that. Like, I know what you mean, like, because it was the same thing in Persona 3 where like if you had a school day, you could only go to school, and then you had to choose wisely what you wanted to do next. If you wanted, maybe boost your stats or something on like, because you had to build like charisma and stuff like that, or your study knowledge and stuff like that. Or you could choose to hang out with a friend. But then, like, it kind of eats away your time to be grinding in, like, well, in Persona 3 they called it Tartarus, but it's a similar thing. It's a realm you go to at midnight, essentially. But it's the same thing. It's like you got to be picky, but then you have your weekends, you have your special days off. And like I said, eventually it should hit a point where, like, you get your summer break, and that's really your chance to kind of do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But yeah, I'm really loving the game. Like I said, it's like watching an anime. It's very fun. I'm about 25 hours in, and like you said, Dan, you follow this like calendar schedule. So I'm on like June 23rd, I think. I think that's the last date I left off on. So
It usually goes through like a whole year. They're really long games, but
yeah. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I think it's one of the best games on the Vita that I played so far. So
yeah, great starting point too. If you've been wondering, because SMT is like one of those series that's so intimidating because there's like so many games out there and for so many systems, and it's like where the hell do I start? And if I had to recommend one, it would have been either Persona 3 FES, which is a remake on PS2 with extra content, or Persona 4 Golden, which is a remake of Persona 4 on the Vita with added content. So either one of those are good entry points because there's a lot of stuff that's like established in there that is carried on throughout the other games that if you don't like it, then you're most likely not going to like the other games. Because this, particularly the main series, like I played SMT4 on the 3DS, and that's geared more towards like the hardcore audience for the series because it's like absolutely does not hold your hand. It will kick your ass over and over. It's so punishing, so fucking cryptic sometimes. It's like, but it kind of prepares you. Like some of these side games will kind of prepare you for that, but it still can be a little bit overwhelming. But good preparation
yeah.
for games.
But that's it for me though.
Yay.
Yeah, he's done. Yay.
Yay. So, sounds good. What do we want to talk about next?
You, what have you been playing?
What? I play games since when?
Yeah, I know it's crazy.
No, I've been playing a few. Recently, actually today, I finished up Ashura's Wrath, and I finished it up completely. I got the true ending because you actually, it's not a spoiler, but you get one ending and then it tells you you have to go back to unlock a hidden episode, and to do that you have to get at least S rank, because it gives you like a ranking after each stage you clear. So like based off like your time, your synchronization rate, which means how well you hit the like quick time events, and your battle points. It'll break it down into that, and you get like a total grade. So you have to either get 5 S ranks or clear 50 episodes to unlock this true ending, as they call it, the final episode. And I did that because I only needed like a couple more S rankings. I had a few. So I unlocked that and beat it and got the true ending, which is interesting. It's a good game. Like I said, like if you want to play something super different, it's a thrill ride. I haven't played a game quite like it. It's a hybrid game. It blends like all these genres of like, sometimes it feels on rails.
Dragon Ball Z on
Essentially
crack.
too. I feel like there's so many like Super Saiyan moments in there where he just goes like absolutely crazy, and it's like his power level is definitely over 9,000 sometimes. But yeah, it's awesome. It's like Panzer Dragoon Saga sometimes, like an on-rail shooter. It's like a typical like 3D beat 'em up kind of game, like God of War sometimes and stuff like that, where you fight enemies, bosses, and then you have a bunch of quick time events, which keeps you on your toes because you have to be ready for those because they could come at pretty much any time.
Yeah.
I liked it. I
So
definitely recommend it.
you haven't bought any of the extra
No, because I'm
episodes?
not a DLC person. You should know me. But there's a lot of DLC for it, which kind of gets me because it has like all these in-between episodes, but it's like I really don't care. I feel like I understood the story enough. But yeah, if you want DLC for it, there's DLC.
I thought you had to buy the final episode.
You kind of do, but you don't if you don't want to. Like there is a final episode that really wraps it up, but I feel like they still wrap it up enough.
Okay.
Like let's just say it's an open-ended ending. But it's like it still feels definitive, like I still understand what's going on. And like basically I can understand and like totally see what the next episode would be already.
So, you have to buy, don't you have to buy the episode to fight against Ryu?
Yeah, of course, that's DLC.
Okay.
It's Capcom. Remember, it's a Capcom game. Plenty of DLC.
I didn't, I kind of forgot if,
that's
you had to buy that part.
Definitely DLC. There's a lot of DLC for the game, because like I said, it's a Capcom game. They love DLC, but it still feels solid enough. It's still a solid experience.
Well, still, I mean, they're extra episodes.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're extra.
I mean, I would say that would make the game even more playable, or, well, more exciting to get into. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. It's a pretty damn exciting game if I say so myself. Just the way.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is
It gives it more content, but the
that's
game is actually pretty lengthy, actually. I think a lot of people underestimate how long of a game it is. I think it's around, like, it took me most, to get the true ending, to unlock that, I'd say it took me at least a good 12 hours or something.
I guess I should say that is like DLC that's actually kind of right.
Yeah,
Capcom's
it's like
doing it right.
they did it right because I noticed the episodes that they include as DLC are like in between episodes, if that makes any sense. So they'll have like episode 17 and then goes to episode 18. But then they'll have for DLC like episode 17.5 where it tells the events between these two episodes but like tightens it up a little more. But it's still
Oh,
good enough to the point where like you don't need that.
yeah.
But if
If
you
you
want to
don't
learn
want it,
like even
okay.
more about the story, then it's another option essentially.
I still don't understand why they won't just freaking put him in Street Fighter 4. Like,
Who
they
asked?
already have it, like, there. They already have the whole, I don't know. Makes me sad.
Were you saying like Ashura for Street Fighter 4?
Yeah.
I could kind of see that. He seems like a total, like I can imagine one of his supers being like, because he has like multiple forms, right? Like he has a standard form,
Yeah.
and then he'll go like
he has
Super Saiyan, and he has like a grip of arms and all over, and he's like batshit strong, you
Yeah.
know, power level over like 1,000,000,000,000 or something. It's just ridiculous. It's awesome though. Like it's an epic fucking game. You're talking about just like gods going at it, fighting demigods, and just like these monsters that are like destroying whole planets, and it's like in space, and like it's batshit crazy. Like it's batshit crazy, and so much fun.
Batshit crazy.
It's an adrenaline rush. I definitely recommend it. It's an interesting game.
Uh,
And this next one is a new one I picked up for my PS3 because I like to show my PS3 some love, and I haven't played a game on it since beating Tales of Vesperia. But I picked up a game that's a spin-off to a popular series, and I felt like the spin-off was a good entry point because the series it started on the PS2, on the PS3, and then there's a spin-off game, and I feel like the spin-off was approachable because you still get to learn about the characters, but it doesn't overwhelm you with like the overarching story because you're just killing zombies. So I think that gives it away, but I've been playing Yakuza Dead Souls, and this is a spin-off of the Yakuza series, which started on the PS2. You have Yakuza 1 and 2 on the PS2, Yakuza 3 and 4 on the PS3, and then obviously a spin-off of Yakuza Dead Souls, which is essentially set in the Yakuza world with all your favorite Yakuza characters, and all hell breaks loose essentially in Japan, and it's huge zombie outbreak and apocalypse, and there's like super strong zombies, but it still feels like a Yakuza game, if that makes any sense. Like it still has everything a Yakuza game would have. Like it still has like your kind of open worldness, exploring the city, going to the different shops, talking to people, doing side quests. It actually kind of feels more like an RPG than anything because you have a lot of emphasis on leveling up, and they call it dungeon crawling, and it actually is like dungeon crawling. You'll go into dungeons and stuff like that and kill a bunch of fucking zombies, and there's boss zombies, these huge monsters, but the story is actually a little bit interesting. It's not your typical zombie story. Like the way they describe the zombies is very different. It's very interesting. I still want to play it because it's actually a pretty lengthy game, but it's pretty cool because you can like be in the city and then go into what they call the quarantine zone. Because like picture this, it's like a city and like everyone's coexisting in the city, but they put up like these big giant metal walls all around the city to protect from the zombie outbreak. So like they're separating like the uninfected from the infected, but there's also this interesting mechanic that there's still survivors in the infected area outside of the walls, so like you can try and help them, help some of the shops out there, and you can like go into the infected zone and just kind of do free play and kill as many zombies as you want kind of thing. You know, you have gunplay and stuff like that. You could pick up weapons, use environmental weapons. It has like this little trigger system where like you can shoot like an interactive object, like a explosive barrel, or like you can shoot like a rope to knock off like these beams or something to like kill a bunch of zombies at once. But you have to like time it really precise because it's a quick time event. But it's super cool. I'm enjoying it. It's so campy. It's such a campy game, but it's so kind of funny. It doesn't take itself seriously too. I like that. It's like not taking itself seriously. It's campy. It's exciting. It's just action packed. And it makes me feel like a badass a lot of times. I totally recommend it. And then I had a lot of fun in Club Sega, going to Club Sega and getting the claw machine.
No.
Doing the claw machine because you can ask the guy to like change the prizes in it like after a certain time, and you can get certain Sega characters. Like I got I from Super Monkey Ball and stuff like that. It's like
I actually, funny story. Way back, like when GameStop first like was here in Clarksville, it was, I think, during the whole PS2 game, or during the GameCube era, and no, it was during the Wii or something. And if you pre-ordered a some Super Monkey Ball game that's on the Wii, I think it's called Banana Blitz, which I do have.
Game.
And you got a stuffed I. And I didn't pre-order it, but I used to go to GameStop whenever GameStop was actually cool, and I was friends with some of the people that used to work there, and he was like, "You like Sega?" I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Here, have this," and it's the stuff and I was like, "Awesome!" I still have it.
That's cool. Have you played a Yakuza game, Techno? Because I feel like you would enjoy them personally.
I only have 4.
Have you played it?
3. Yeah, I played it. I haven't finished it. I'm like right there.
Oh, cool. I was just gonna say if you haven't played it, because I get lots of vibes of like Shenmue and like other games, like RPGs. Because you can like go fishing. I went fishing and I caught a zombie. It was like really random. Like I pulled out a big ass zombie and it's like he was talking to me. Like he wasn't attacking me. He was talking to me like, "Oh, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Okay, this is kind of weird." It's really weird. You can go golfing in there. You can go to batting cages. The Club Sega also has like these 2 shoot 'em up mini games that you can play, which are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's cool little shoot 'em up games. You can get a massage, and the massage is like supposed to be sexy, but it's like super fucking weird and creepy because the girl makes like these disturbing faces, and there's like a picture of a baby. Like if you fell, you get this picture of a baby, and I'm like, and it calls you like a sad dragon or something, and I'm like, okay. It's a weird fucking game. Like if you like campy Japanese stuff, like Japanese games and like zombies and stuff like that, you'll totally love Yakuza Dead Souls. Not a perfect game. I found the camera angles to be like very frustrating because like a lot of the times you'll be in these very tight corridors and like you're in these tight areas with like a shit ton of zombies. I'm talking like lots of zombies sometimes, and sometimes the camera just cannot keep up, and it's so frustrating. But it's still playable. Like despite its like weird, quirky nuances and flaws, it's a campy, fun action game that I'm really enjoying.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of people don't like Dead Souls.
Well, the critics didn't like it. We'll say that.
Okay.
The critics, that's what I'm saying. Like, the critics gave it a really mixed review, but I think for the right audience who likes zombie games, campy action games, they'll totally love it. Especially if you like Yakuza.
Yakuza is pretty much the spiritual successor of Shenmue.
Yeah, it totally feels like it. Cool. I'm enjoying it. It's like a lot of quirky shit that I like.
But not talking about Yakuza, but Ashura's Wrath. Is there problems with the PS3 version?
I wouldn't know. I have it on the 360.
Okay.
I haven't heard. Is there supposed to be problems?
Well, I think there's like, it was kind of like, you know how people said that there were like frame rate drops, like on Bayonetta on the PS3 version.
It could be. I don't know. There's a lot of times where like so much shit is happening on screen with that game, but
yeah. Well, guess what?
Ran smooth on my 360.
I just bought it.
Good for the PS3.
No.
360.
360.
Yeah. I didn't experience any problems with the 360 version.
Yeah.
It's good. It was fun. I only picked it up brand new for like $10, so I was like, can't pass that on.
I got it for 16, not 95, free shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's fine.
Here's an interesting game. Believe it or not, PSP games are still coming out, guys. Can you believe that?
Wow.
I just picked one up recently, and from all people, it's from KG Inafune's new company called Concept, which goes to show that they made some weird games to start off with, but this is one of them. It's called Sweet Views at Your Side, and it's a visual novel game / Otome game, and Otome is not so much a popular genre here in the States, but they're starting to come out with more games of them. Hakuoki, I think, what the fuck's it called? Hakuoki Demon of the Fleeting Blossom is the subtitle, and that was like one of the first visual novel Otome games to come out. And Otome, picture a dating game, but for the ladies, essentially. You play a girl romancing all these guys, like all these lovable bachelors, essentially. So that's the kind of mechanic to it. And Sweet Views at Your Side is, the story revolves around Keiji Inafune in the game. He's like made this gaming amusement park, and it's like has all these, it's supposed to be like Disneyland, but for video games. And you play as Keiji Inafune's niece, and you go into the opening event, and essentially this, random group of people dressed in like pig masks kidnap Keiji Inafune, and they kind of take over the park, and they select a certain amount of people. I think it's like 7 guys, and then you're in there too. And you have to play this twisted game of like, there's been like these bombs set up at like the amusement park attractions, and you have like a certain amount of hours to clear it or else it's going to explode. And they also have a bunch of hostages which they're going to kill if you don't like do it appropriately or play this game. So there's a lot of catches to it. Kind of reminds me of the story of, not necessarily, but a little bit like 999, kind of like that. It's kind of got like this kind of Saw gimmick going on where you have to play this twisted game in order to accomplish a goal. And it's kind of broken up where like you'll do this like kind of stage and try and defuse the bomb in that area and like say get through that area, and then at nighttime it kind of transforms into like the kind of romance side of it. But it's weird. I mean, come on, it's Keiji Inafune getting kidnapped by these dudes in pig masks. It's weird. It's really, and there's like a lot of video game references in it. Like I think one of the first attraction you go to is like called RPG Land, and you have to do this game called Samurai Fantasy 7. And it's like obviously playing off Final Fantasy and like talking about it a little. So it's really weird. I think the next attraction I got to was like supposed to be like Mario Kart kind of thing. So it's really weird, but just know what you're getting into if you haven't played a visual novel game. It's a game where you read. That's all you do. You read. It's a book in video game form essentially. And I don't mind that as long as it's interesting. And this one's pretty interesting, although I haven't played as much of it recently because I've been preoccupied with other games and other stuff. But yeah, that's a recently released PSP game. I can't believe it. I think it should be the last one too. I don't think there's any other scheduled PSP releases, at least in physical form. Although there is one game that I ordered a long time ago, but I won't mention it because it's going through stuff. I ordered it a long time ago. It's a PSP game, but it hasn't been released yet, which is kind of weird. But another PSP game, like Techno mentioned, I finished off my Ys limited edition trilogy by picking up Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles, and I've been playing that. And actually, in one sitting, I beat Ys 1. I woke up from like noon, and it took me till like 10 o'clock or something at night, and I beat Ys 1 in one shot. It felt so awesome. It reminded me of like when I was a kid. You know how these RPGs like on the retro consoles, they weren't necessarily the longest games in the world, and like if you spent all day with it, you could probably beat one in like a day, depending on how hard it was. So it made me feel like a kid again, just like playing an RPG from like morning to night and beating it. It felt really cool. But Ys 1 is really good. There's actually a lot of stuff that caught me by surprise. You can actually choose between the visuals. I didn't know that. You can choose the Ys Chronicles style or the Ys Complete style, which is really awesome. And the really fucking cool part is you can change the music style.
Yeah.
So you can pick the Chronicles music, the complete music, and even the PC-88 music, which is fucking awesome. I wound up playing through with the complete soundtrack because I like the Chronicles music, but there's something about the complete soundtrack that I really like, so I played through with the complete soundtrack. Ease 1, how do I say, I like it, and even though it has a lot of stuff I absolutely despise in RPGs. So what I mean by that is, god damn, is it a cryptic RPG. It is so fucking cryptic. Have you played it, Techno, and like beat it?
And I haven't beat it. Like, I don't know where to fucking go.
Exactly, like, I felt like that many times, and I can't blame you, honestly, with this, because I can see why. It's super fucking cryptic. Like, one thing is, like, you gotta go to these dungeons, there's a couple dungeons, but then, like, you can't beat one of the bosses without what they call a silver sword, and in order to get the sword, you have to do, like, so much shit. You have to, like, find these, like, tree seeds, eat the tree seeds, go talk to this tree, but only before you have, like, the silver harmonica, because if you don't have the silver harmonica, the trees aren't going to understand you. And then once you have that, you go talk to this tree, go across the land, talk to the other tree, and then it's going to give you the silver sword, and you can finally go back into this dungeon that you cleared to get the silver harmonica, and then go back and fight the boss to actually do damage and kill him. And not only that, there's like the tower, and like the fucking tower is so goddamn cryptic, because like there's this part where you get to the final door to fight the final boss, and you can't go in it because like there's a mystic seal on it, and you need this like amulet. And would you know, to go back almost like, it's like a 20-story tower, and you have to go back like 10 fucking floors to get like talk to this one guy and get the amulet, so you can go all the way fucking back and get to that door to challenge the final boss. It is so fucking cryptic at points. The stuff is like so, like, it's like, how in the world did people back then solve this? Like, I give mad props to, like, anyone who back in the day played, like, Eve's Vanished Showman and, like, were able to figure it out. But I guess that's kind of goes to show when we were younger, we had so much time on our hands. But
Yeah. I was about
still,
to just say that right there. We had so much time on our hands.
god damn, like, still, like, just the way it's laid out is that shit cryptic, but it was good. Like, I enjoyed it. Even with the crypticness, I was able to figure it out after a while. It took a lot of time, but I enjoyed it. I felt like a badass. You bump your enemies to death because you just run into them. It's fucking up. There is kind of a catch to it. Like, you can't figure out after a while, you don't want to, like, run straight into them. You want to hit them, like, off the side a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Like in the corner.
Yeah, that way you avoid taking damage. So there's kind of a strategy to it. It's pretty epic. The soundtrack kicks a lot of fucking ass. The visuals look great. So I beat that in one sitting, and hopefully looking to start up Ease 2 maybe this weekend and try and go through that. I think I've heard that, like, Ease 2 is kind of preferred, and hopefully there's less cryptic stuff. I'm hoping. And finally, the game that Techno gifted me. I've been playing a lot because I've absolutely fucking love this game. It is fantastic. If I played it last year, it probably would have been one of my games of the year. Hotline Miami. Oh my god, what do I even start? It's a visceral, just gory fucking 2D style adrenaline rush, I feel is the best way to call it. And essentially how it works is you're this ambiguous character who uses masks, and he's essentially a hitman. He's getting these phone calls, mysterious phone calls, and they're telling him hits, like, go to this place, we have like a quote-unquote pest problem, clear out the pest problem, but it's actually people. You can go into these places and just murdering a bunch of fucking people, but it's strategic as strategic as you want it to be, but you can still get away with certain stuff. But really, towards the end of the game, you have to be really strategic about how you go through it, and I fucking love that. Like, the music is fucking incredible. The music is fantastic. It fits so well with the game and just adds so much more tension to the game.
Did you play with the headphones?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
With
the headphones, it's amazing.
It's a trippy adrenaline rush. That's the best way I can call it. Like, I haven't played a game that has given me such a fucking rush from playing it, because, like, every time I was like, oh my god, can I get this guy? Can I get this guy? And bam, do it. It's like, it makes you feel like a badass when you do it, and, like, you can challenge yourselves. Like, after I beat the game, I found myself, like, going back and trying to, do a whole level with only a baseball bat or something, and I was able to do it. So it's like, You can
Yeah.
change yourself in unique ways. It's really fucking awesome. The story is actually pretty interesting. It's got a story in it that is very ambiguous since it starts, but it requires multiple playthroughs to understand because you have to collect what they call puzzle pieces after you beat the game once. And these puzzle pieces will unlock other parts of the story that were kind of missing that left you questioning, like, what the hell? Especially since the game ends, and then it has, like, an extra epilogue. It has an epilogue that you have to clear, and the epilogue is really fucking hard because you have to play as a character who only uses a butcher knife. Like, you can't pick up any other weapons, you have to use this butcher knife. And it's really fucking challenging, but I was able to do it. But the
Yeah.
epilogue really confuses shit because it makes it, like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? But such a good game. Like, you have to be so strategic about how you clear out the levels, what you choose to use, which masks you choose to use, because that's a key factor to the game. Is different masks have different abilities and attributes. Like, there's a dog mask, and if you wear the dog mask, dogs won't attack you, kind of thing. Or my favorite one, which is the one I've been using recently, is the chameleon mask, which makes you really hard to detect. So, which makes it easy to do, like, an all bat kill, like all bats, like just go through a whole level
Yeah.
killing people with a baseball bat. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I love how if you use a gun, if someone is close by, they will hear you.
Yeah, that's the thing. It like alerts them. So it's like, like that's what I mean. Like you have to be super strategic. Like there's windows too that you have to take into account sometimes because
Yeah.
people can see you through the windows. They're really alert sometimes. If you use a loud ass gun and there's other people in the room, they're gonna hear you and become alerted. You can like throw your weapon at people and knock them down, and they go in for the execution.
Yeah.
I found myself like developing strategies and like figuring out how to clear levels and all that. And, man, it's just so much fucking fun and just a great adrenaline rush. I haven't got this big of a rush from a game in a long time. It's fantastic. I highly, highly recommend it. It's on PC and PS Vita, I believe. And
Oh, dude, it probably looks amazing.
yeah, I think
The
it
Vita.
came out on Vita. I think it's on PS3 too. Don't quote me on that. I definitely know
I'm not for sure.
it could have been a PS3. I feel like it was a PS3 PS Vita cross-buy kind of thing, but I don't know. I definitely know it's on the Vita though. And the sequel is coming out soon called Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number, which I really want because I just want more Hotline Miami. So simple, so much fun.
Yeah.
If you love very violent games, because this game is extremely violent. Like it's 2D style, top down, and like you wouldn't think it's that violent, but it is fucking gruesome at times. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty much the way it looks like. It's pretty much GTA 1 and 2.
yeah, I totally got that comparison. It was like it feels like old Grand Theft Auto games. It's top down, but like the violence is escalated to a whole nother.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the adult content, and then there's a lot of adult content, but fantastic game. Definitely pick it up. It's not super expensive. It's been on sale like so many times on Steam,
Yeah.
so definitely pick it up. But that is it. That's the games I've been playing. That's the games we've been playing. So, what do you say?
I think we're about done.
Really?
This is a long episode, guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, but yeah, I think that's about it. So we wrap it up, you guys.
Yes, this was
Sure.
episode 78.
A long ass episode 78. So, everyone say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Nah.
Love you.
I love you.